All right. Well, welcome back to an episode of Herbology with the Ditch Witch. Special guest Amelia South, herbalist. Appreciate you coming on tonight and joining us, and hopefully we can learn a lot from you. I know we can. You want to tell the viewers and everybody out there a little bit about yourself?
My name's Amelia. I have been foraging since 2006, so in a couple of months it'll be 20 years since I started foraging. As an adult anyway, other than eating random crap as a kid. But I started teaching myself herbalism I dabbled in 2009 when my daughter was born, and then I started learning in depth around 2018, and I learned I do have multiple certifications. I've been through 6 different schools at this point and read dozens of books, and so I do my thing, and I help people. I like to help people. I'm a professional foraging instructor, so I go to people's homes and I teach classes, group classes, but private classes too, where I show them how to find all the edible and medicinal stuff in their own backyard. I teach herbalism online. I have online classes. I have 4 books for adults, 1 kid's book, and then I have an older book series that is under my old married last name. That's a mystery series, but I'm a writer, and a content creator, and all of the things. I blog and stuff. Yeah.
I've noticed that since
I make herbal products too, by the way.
Since I started following you on Facebook, I noticed you do a lot.
Yep.
You have a lot going on out there. And you mentioned earlier that you do foraging, you teach foraging, and I want to share a little bit of that. I have some pictures I'll share. Here you go. That's one of your foraging classes. You got a bunch of people.
That's from last April. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Nice.
We found a whole bunch of nettle at this person's place, and I got to take. This woman had a big property, and she let me teach a class there, and it was wonderful. I'm hoping I can find another place to do that this year, because that was fantastic. We had like a 3-hour class. Everybody walked around. We picked a whole bunch of stuff, and then we made some pesto. We made some tinctures, and that's what I do. Like in a private situation, like I would come into your house, and you and maybe whoever friends you wanted to have do the group thing if you want. And we walk around your whole property, find and identify all the edible and medicinal stuff that you've got. And we'd probably, depending on the time of year and season, pick a bunch of stuff so that we could go and hopefully cook some of it up. I show you how to cook it. And then also make some herbal medicine, which is tinctures are usually like the easiest, quick thing to do. But sometimes we'll make tea and stuff like that too. So I do those spring and fall.
I do remember watching one of your videos where you talked about when you don't have anything, water is always a good thing. It's always good. You can always use water.
That's true. Absolutely. Water is the universal solvent for herbalism.
Making teas is just fine. Just you doing teas. I like doing a lot of tinctures because, of course, I make moonshine. So
I like tinctures too, but mostly because they're easier. Like I don't make my own alcohol. I do have to buy the alcohol, but it's a compliance issue with people. If it's not everybody has a lot of time to make certain kinds of teas. If you know anything about herbalism, you know that the harder stuff like mushrooms and roots and bark, those harder materials, you have to boil. You make a decoction. So you're putting them in a pot with some water and simmering them for a while. It's even if it's only 30 minutes to an hour, that's still like you have to like be home or buy a stove with a pot, and not everybody has that available. The tea thing is a little easier, but you still have to have the time to go find a kettle, boil some water, pour it over there, let it sit for a while. So that's why, the problem with saying tinctures for everything is that tinctures aren't the greatest thing for every single malady. Sometimes you do need to have a tea or a decoction or some other, an oil or some topical thing. So that's.
I've been doing a root beer extract, which calls for a lot of bark and a lot of woody stuff. So it takes a long time. So I understand what you're saying. Also, it has to boil. You have to boil it off so you get rid of all those bad stuff mainly out of the Now I
The
can't even,
sassafras?
yes, the sassafras, yes. So
Yeah. I
before
make
I make,
sassafras root beer tea. It's awesome. And root beer. But yeah.
yeah, awesome. That's good to know.
It's not bad. It's not scary. The gut
Okay, good.
that is a I hate to say like because I'm not like a tinfoil hat person, but that is definitely like a government conspiracy. Basically,
I
what happened was they did a study in I think it was the 60s or the
yep,
70s on sassafras root. And you can extract saffrol from that, which is the active component. And so there's two things you need to know about that and herbs in general. An herb or any kind of plant has multiple different medicinal constituents. It's not just one little thing, right? Like when you
right.
take a pill that you got from the store, that's like one little thing, one little component that they sucked out and they put in pill form so that they could patent it. Plants have a whole bunch of things that work synergistically with each other and with your body together so that it works as a mechanism, like a complete whole mechanism. It's not just I'm taking 1,000 milligrams of this one thing, right? So there's that to consider, plus the fact that when they did that study, they did the study on rats, and rats aren't 100% like humans, but it's close enough that they do most of their studies on rats. But the problem is no human being is going to drink a 5-gallon bucket of sassafras tea in a day. And that's about the equivalent of what they were giving to these rats to cause liver damage. Yeah, I will say if you're going to drink a 5-gallon bucket of sassafras root tea every day, you're probably going to get liver damage. Don't
No,
do that.
I'm just playing. I just like root beer, and that's one of my.
I love it, and the tea is phenomenal. The flavor is it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's medicinal. It's a really great plant to know and to have and to work with. It's just a shame that there's all that fear mongering around it.
Right. Yeah, that came up a long time ago because everybody found out that I make root beer, and that's what I'm well known for is my root beer. And it came up that, oh yeah, that's poison. You're poisoning everybody. It's like, no, I'm not.
No, that's bullshit.
Right. Conspiracy. Hey, sorry guys. Well, that being said, also I want to get back to the foraging. I have some pictures of you out foraging, and I want to share that with everybody because you take some good pictures.
Well, they're probably pictures of me, right?
That too. You're very attractive, by the way. So yeah.
Thank you.
Now
That's autumn olive. That's autumn olive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iliagna umbellata. Those are there are medicinal properties. I think it's either the bark or the leaves that are medicinal, but I haven't studied the medicinal properties of that so much because I'm so busy eating it because it's freaking delicious. That's one of the most invasive plants in like North America in general now.
Wow.
That was brought over in the 1800s to be hedgerows, to separate fields from one another. And it also has these wonderful berries that I have literally never seen a berry not sprout from those.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's not cool, actually. That's why they're horribly invasive.
Well, I mean,
but they're doing something great. You know what? They're food for wild animals. But as soon as people realize, like every single time in the fall when I teach something in the fall, like September-ish, late August, September into October, if I do a foraging walk, we look for those specifically. And every single time I have taken people to show them, they eat a couple of them and they're like, oh, holy shit, this is awesome. And they're just addicted immediately. Because if you get those berries at just the right time, they're perfect. You can pick them a little bit too early. And like if they're orange, you don't want them. You want them like a nice dark red. But they're delicious. I still have fruit leather in my fridge from picking a whole bunch of them. A friend of mine's got a yard full of it.
Kind of like Lay's potato chips. You can't eat just one.
Yeah, it's funny. I was at a professional function last year. I think it was October. It was like the Chamber of Commerce. I went to a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and they had all these people in very fancy dress, high class gear, but it was still outside, like indoor, outdoor. And all they had for like the little food snack bar area was crap that I couldn't eat. like processed stuff and gluten and wheat and cheese and all. Like I'm gluten free and dairy free. I have to be. And like 90% of what was over there was just like, I can't eat any of this. So I actually, in my dress and nice fancy shoes, went around the back of the building, up through the field in the back, through tire tracks, and I found the wood line, and I just walked along the wood line until I found a bush of those berries, and I picked a whole bunch of them until my hands were full, and I walked back.
Check you out.
So I'm walking around a fancy dress party with a handful of berries because I'm weird like that.
What would? That's funny. They should share that. Here's one of my favorites.
Turkey tail. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, these photos you have are awesome. They're really cool. They come out really great.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a good cell phone camera.
Then this one I like in particular because you matched your shirt.
Yep. I love that. Yep. Those are cinnamon chanterelles. Cantarella cinnamerinus. So cinnamon chanterelles.
I went to college for.
They're tasty.
When I was going to college, I went for horticulture, and I could never remember none of those scientific names. I can't do it.
See, I used to be the same way. I used to just use the common names all the time. But if you want to get into this, you really have to learn the botanical Latin. You don't have to like understand Latin, but
Right.
you have to be able to either accurately identify or look up or match the Latin term to the common name, because common names can be the same across the whole country, and somebody in California is talking about, red bush or some random common name.
Turmeric. There's different kinds of turmeric.
Well, it can be a completely different plant. That's honestly
Right.
one of the things. I got to pull this up because this is one of my books, Forage and Heal, and I've got 26 of the most commonly identified.
I'm gonna put you in the big picture. Hold on, I'm gonna put you in big picture so everybody can see. There you go. Forage and Heal.
It's probably mirrored. Yeah. Forage and Heal. This is one of my books. It's on my website and it's on Amazon. All my books are on Amazon. But there are 26 of the most commonly misidentified plants in here. And there's QR codes that go to like video lessons on my YouTube channel to show you more about the plants. If there's a blog article or something. But the thing I opened up with in this part of the book is you do not want to use common names, other than like it's okay to start with common names, but you want to make sure you're identifying that properly. And my favorite example is winterberry, because you say, what winterberry? A lot of people think, oh, I've seen those in the woods, right? What do you think winterberry is?
The little round leaves with the little red dots, little berries.
There's so many, and personally, I would think of a holly.
So yes, that's the problem with common names. The two plants that I know of personally that are referred to as winterberry are Ilex verticillata, which is this big bush with these big, beautiful red berries that you can use in your Christmas decorations. And that's toxic. You eat those berries, you're going to go to the hospital. And then there's Gaultheria procumbens, which is winterberry. And like the wintergreen flavor, they're full of salicylic acid. They're delicious. They taste just like birch. They're wonderful. So it's a low growing ground cover, and you have to recognize those leaves. Plus around here, you got to be careful with that, and mountain laurel. And there's a whole thing I could get into, but just the common names, like you can't just go up to somebody and say, oh yeah, I ate a bunch of winterberries. And like somebody would be, oh my God, how are you alive?
Yeah, you're still alive.
The wrong kind of winterberry. So
Here's another one that on your foraging. I have to ask what that is.
Witch hazel.
Okay.
That's witch hazel. Right. You never seen witch hazel?
I have not. But that one right in the very middle there reminded me of a orchid flower that I grow. And
nice.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I don't think it is, but it looks a lot like it.
No, that's a tree. A small tree, large shrub, basically. Witch hazel, Hemamelis virginiana, and I got a whole blog article about that too. But Connecticut is the witch hazel capital of the world.
Yeah.
Like seriously, over 80% of the witch hazel in the entire world is produced here in my tiny little state.
Wow.
And it's everywhere. I get every time I talk to somebody that says, "Oh, I've never seen it," and I'm like, "You want me to walk in your woods? I bet you in 10 feet I can find it. It's
in my front yard. It's in my side yard. It's in my backyard.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when I got started on this property. I have a ton of medicinal plants that I've planted on my property here. That's my farm. But when I first got started, I bought a little witch hazel bush, like stick, in how they come, right? And I planted that in the front yard. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be great. And I realized 3 years later, after it was already very well established, it's the wrong kind of witch hazel. It's not the medicinal witch hazel. It's the Japanese ornamental witch hazel. And I'm like, shit. It's very pretty. It's pretty. It's just not medicine. And I mean, I'm sure there's some way
that would be me. I swear. I know that would be me because I didn't know the scientific name.
Well, yeah. And it's the hard part is they're all hemamelis. It's just what is the specific part? Like what's the variety of hemamelis? And it gets to be a whole thing. That's why I'm not a botanist. Like I know some botany and I know some mycology, but I am neither a botanist or a mycologist. I don't tell anybody that I'm a botanist or a mycologist. And that's like the first thing I say when I start teaching a class. I'm like, listen, I'm not a botanist. I'm not a mycologist. I'm a forager. If you can eat it or make medicine with it, I probably know what it is. But if it's just some random thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or if it comes from somewhere else, that's the problem with being a forager around in one specific area. Like I'm definitely an expert forager in my region, but like, I don't know where you are, but if you're more than 500 miles from me, I probably am not necessarily an expert in your region. You know what I mean?
I'm in Florida, by the way.
Yeah, I would definitely not know. I would probably know like 10 plants in Florida.
Down here in the swamps.
Yeah, it's just that and people don't realize that, especially like from Europe. You got to realize how big the United States and how big America in general is. We have a lot of the same plants. Like from where I am up into Canada, there's a lot of overlap. So like this book is useful for like the whole Northeast and Canada and all that. But it's just certain areas. You try to bring me to like New Mexico, I'm not going to know what the heck I'm looking at. I'll be like, yeah, it looks like a cactus. I don't know idea. I'd have to look it up. And
they don't look like cactus.
Well, the thing is, I know which authors are good to follow and to learn this stuff. I know how to look this stuff up because of how long I've been doing this. So I would be confident after I'd done some research and looked it up in the right ways. There's certain.
And I'm glad you brought that up because there's something that you do that I haven't seen anybody else do, and I could be wrong totally, but I'm not a big book reader. But I did get your book.
Thank you.
And I should have sent one to Lisa because I love it. I've read the first 6 chapters. I like it. But I also just rifled through it mainly because you did a video, and I watched the video of it, where in the back of it, you have all these references. And I love that you can scan those and find all these references to different books and different information. I've never seen anybody else do that, and I absolutely love that. And
Thank
I'm
you.
not talking just a few pages. I'm talking like there's 20 pages just full of references.
Those are references that I know and trust personally. So, like where I've been learning this stuff.
Right. It's not just your stuff. It's other people that have written other books and information and stuff. And I love that. It's awesome. You got one on corn silk, evening primrose, firesider recipes. I mean, it's just awesome. You can just scan through there. And not only that, you have book references as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just awesome. I appreciate this just for that reason only. Not for only, but if nothing else, that was awesome.
No, absolutely. That's one of the things I hoped it would be like a selling point. Like, listen, I've been doing this long enough that I've been learning this stuff since before AI took over. And it's difficult trying to get your sources correct now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That study they taught, it was like 80% of all the books on Amazon on herbalism and foraging are AI crap. Like you just don't trust a computer with your wild food. Don't trust an app, a mushroom identification app. Don't do that. Do not do that.
Your computer's not eating these herbs.
Exactly. Your computer does not have a vested interest in not poisoning you.
I been recently working with Copilot. I love it, by the way. But there's some things you ask it, it's like it goes off on some tangent shit. You're like, whoa, stop. We'll start over.
Yeah.
A couple more pictures, then we'll talk a little bit more about your books. I love
More
that
turkey
picture.
tail.
Yeah.
Turkey tail is very photogenic. Yeah. More turkey tail. Can you tell I like turkey tail? Oh, yeah, that's the background on my computer. That's enoki. That's the very first time I ever found enoki. Flammulina velupites.
I was going to ask you what that was because it doesn't familiar.
That is Flammulina velupites. I think I'm saying it correctly. Enoki mushrooms. They grow them. They're an Asian type mushroom. You can get them in the Asian market, but if you find them wild, they're so much better. And that picture was taken in Ohio because there was a woman that followed me on Instagram from Ohio, and she actually, in spring of 2024, she paid for me to fly out to Ohio and teach her foraging on her 45-acre property. It was awesome. Yeah, she paid my whole way and everything. But we had a blast running around in her gator all around the property, and we found we were looking for morels, and we just could not I think we found one morel, just digging through all the woods everywhere, crawling around. And finally, we were basically like, all right, I give up. We're not going to find any. And we started walking back, and I saw that on a tree, and I'm like, oh my God. And I got up real close. I'm like, holy shit. And I took a video of it, and I harvested some. I took it. We took it back up to the house where we were going to process everything that we'd found. And I was just desperately posting it in every mushroom Facebook group I'm in that I'd be like, please tell me this is enoki. Is this enoki? And I got 90% of the people were saying, yeah, that's definitely enoki, not deadly Galerina. Now, 2 years later, I could easily recognize that definitely being enoki. Sure. Because I have since found deadly Galerina multiple times. And they definitely have differences. Galerina tends to be a little bit more fuzzy. It's singular. It's not in these nice, beautiful little clusters. But at the time when I found that, I told the lady, because she and I were sitting there, and I'm like, we know what the morels look like. And I said, I'm just going to go for it. And I said, if I fall over, she was a nurse. I said, if I fall over, bring me to the hospital. But I said, I'm pretty sure these are enokis. I said, do you want to try one? And she's like, hell no.
Somebody's got to be responsible taking you to the hospital.
Yeah, basically. So I was the guinea pig. I cooked them. You always want to cook mushrooms that you find in the wild. Always cook them. And I cooked them, and holy shit, that was the best tasting mushroom I'd ever had. It was so good. At least as good, if not better, than the morels that we've been finding. So amazing. Are you sure you don't want to try some? She says, no, I'm good. I don't want to accidentally poison myself. I was fine because it was enoki. But yeah.
Yeah, that you said that, I'm from Missouri originally, and we used to go morel mushroom hunting all the time, or every spring anyway.
They're bigger down there. You got nice big morels. We get tiny little ones here.
And once you find them and you realize what they are, and you know what they are, there's no mistaking. They have also false morels too. You find those a lot too.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, though, once you have identified it, and you've identified it, that's exactly what it is. From then on, you're golden. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah, you find it correctly once, it's usually pretty good. And then you know what it tastes like too. So if you taste it or if you smell it, with mushrooms, a really good one is to smell it. And I know, I hope the mushroom people don't come after me for saying this, but I have noticed that in many cases, not all cases, but in many cases, the edible mushroom, when you find an edible mushroom and you smell it, it smells like an edible mushroom. It smells delicious. It's sending signals to you hey, I'm going to be pretty friggin' tasty. Now, that's not to say, I'm not telling anybody just if a mushroom smells nice, eat it. Please don't.
Because my sense of smell is different than yours. I'm sorry.
Yes. I'm just saying that I have noticed the correlation. When you say, you know what? I'm pretty sure that is a chanterelle. And you pick it and you're looking at it and you're like, looking at all the identifying features. This is a chanterelle. You smell it and it smells like it would be tasty if you cooked it. That's just another layer of, bet you this is a chanterelle.
You don't want to eat a false chanterelle.
No, well, I don't know false chanterelle. I've never even found a false chanterelle.
Yeah,
I found things in the same family, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found what they call a false chanterelle, and they said do not eat it; it's poisonous. And,
you know what the Latin name was?
I do not. You asked the wrong. But you can tell by the underneath the veins, so that's how you can tell the difference.
Well, a chanterelle, has false gills versus the true gills. So if you find something with true gills, I usually I'm like, if it's got true gills and you don't recognize it, just don't eat it. Don't even mess with it because it's probably going to make you barf.
Yeah, I tossed it.
Yeah.
There's one here that I saw that you posted, and I have to ask about it because I'm very curious, and I'll tell you why. Can you tell me what that is?
It bears something. You know what? Hang on a second. Let me move I can tell you 1 second because it's the name of it is similar.
Biggest reason I asked about that is because it reminds me a lot of Indian pipe or ghost pipe.
Yes, it's in the same exact family. It's just not. Where is it? It's not because it's got multiple flowers. Ghost pipe is Monotropa uniflora, and this one is different. Shit, I'm looking it up right now. I'm trying to find it.
And this one also has a lot of chlorophyll, which Indian pipe or ghost pipe does not.
Yep. Pine sap. That's it. Pine sap. Okay.
What?
Sorry, it took me a second. The name of that is it's pine sap.
No, I got a pine
This
tree.
is why common names are messed up.
A pine tree back there puts out sap and don't look nothing like that.
Nope. But that's the common name of that mushroom. It's Monotropa hypophis.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's when you're looking for ghost pipe always just has that one little flower bell thing. Okay. Right. When you find the other ones, they come in like a yellow and that reddish yellow kind of color. I've seen
them with a yellow and a pinkish hue. Right.
Yeah. Well, when you find if it's one stalk and one little flower and it's pink, that's still ghost pipe. Ghost pipe can be pink. It's rare, but it can be pink. I've seen them like maybe once a year. I've
heard the same thing. Yeah, they're pretty abundant here in Florida.
There are quite a lot of ghost pipes here up in Connecticut too, but I stopped making the tincture last year. I just don't want to be responsible for somebody hurting themselves. I used to make it. I've taken it. I don't know if you saw the video of me taking ghost pipe for the first time, or Lisa, if you were following me back then. It was 2 years ago. I was on TikTok live and I had nothing to talk about in like March. And so I said, I'm going to take ghost pipe tincture for the first time ever on TikTok live. And it was the dumbest
thing I've
ever done. It was stupid. I almost passed out. It was bad.
Oh my God.
Well, now I know that the dosage of ghost pipe is like 4 to 6 drops. And I took half a dropper full.
Oh my God.
I took a half a dropper full. Yeah. I was like my hands were going wah, 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 wah. It was nuts.
You were tripping.
It was, yeah. And TikTok recorded it. So I have that video on my YouTube channel. You can watch me. There's a lot of swearing.
Forever.
I'll have to check that out.
The people that were watching me were like, holy shit, are you okay?
Wow. That's wild.
Ghost pipe is one of the first that I remember my grandmother making because it becomes a beautiful purple color.
It does. Yeah, it's beautiful, and it can be very dangerous. It contains cardiac glycosides, and there have been very few studies done on ghost pipe. So there's really no way to know what the proper dosage is. Plus, everybody makes their tincture a little bit differently. So there's no way to tell how strong your tincture is and whether it's going to do anything or knock you on your ass or potentially give somebody a heart attack. Right. So I just said, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm done making it.
Amelia, a lot of my followers are drinkers and pot smokers. So now you just gave them a new high.
No, please don't. Do not blame me if you end up in the hospital. Not a good idea. If, by the way, if anybody that's watching wants to stop drinking or smoking, I can help you with that. Just
I'll be
FYI.
reaching out to you. I promise you. I already thought about that.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm not stopping right now. Ding, ding. We're going to do a shot.
This is tea. I'm drinking dandelion root tea in my mushroom cup, by the way.
See, I drink a dandelion moonshine.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just playing with you, Amelia.
Goes well with my, this looks horrible in this light. Ugh. I accidentally burned my skin with essential oil. Do not ever put essential oil on your skin. This is why.
Wow.
That's what happened.
Not straight, yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And I had a brain fart and I had something that I needed to put an essential oil on. And I was like, oh yeah, here you go. Bad idea.
Oh wow.
It honestly, it's if you touch it, it's not that bad, but it looks horrible in the light. So I went and saw somebody I knew today. He's like, "What'd you do? Get a hickey?" And I said, "No, I wish." That's just, this is me burning my skin like an idiot with a.
Hey, don't give my granddaughter any ideas. She came in the last month with a big old hickey, and I said, "What the hell? You coming in here with a hickey? That's not a hickey." She could have. Hey, it's essential oils.
Yeah.
Don't give her any ideas.
It really is, dude. Don't do it. It's really. It burns your skin. It's going to take a while for this to heal. I hope not too long.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show you being as knowledgeable as you are. We learn new stuff all the time.
I still make mistakes. Oh, I've made that. Well, the thing is, it was tea tree oil, and I've done stuff with tea tree oil before directly on the skin, but my skin is really sensitive right now. I'm going through another gut healing regime right now. So your gut and your skin are directly connected with each other. So
speaking of which, you have a book out about that.
Oh, that was December.
That's the wrong book. I'm sorry. My bad. That was the book signing. There's a book. I'll probably find the wrong one, but I'm gonna try.
That's my Think Like an Herbalist book.
Okay, well, maybe I don't have that one, but
I have a copy of Think Like an Herbalist.
You want to share with us about the one with the gut?
Well, I do. I have a gut healing protocol, and I teach people. So I do consultations, and you can get just the gut healing protocol by itself, which teaches you how. Like I healed my own rosacea and candida. That's fine. Those are all my posts. So I healed my own skin problems by healing my gut. Once you realize that the gut and the skin are directly connected with each other, you know, any kind of chronic issues, you've got eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, bad acne all the time, that is a gut problem. Something like this is contact dermatitis. That's just, you know, like if you touch poison ivy, you're going to have a rash for a few weeks. Same thing with this. But when you've got a chronic skin problem happening over and over again, that's from the inside out. Your eyes can only see what's outside your body. And the only way for the inside of your body to tell you that something is wrong inside is to show up on your skin. So you get rashes, you get these horrible, and you're like, ooh, I should treat this. And you get a cream or you get a lotion or whatever, you start putting it on there, but you're treating the surface rather than treating the problem, which is inside your gut. So I figured that out on my own, and I created a gut healing protocol. I do talk about that. There is a whole chapter on healing your gut in here, and the dietary changes make a big difference.
I read that chapter. In fact, it was the last chapter I read. So yes, you're right, and I like that. It just goes to show, just like what you're saying as well. It goes into you are what you eat. And so your gut's regulating that, and therefore tells everything where to go.
Well, your gut is controlling your brain too. Do you know about the enteric nervous system? The enteric nervous system is basically your second brain. There's another nervous system, like another brain system around your entire gut, your digestive tract. In and around your stomach and your small intestine. Yes, it's the enteric nervous system. And that's basically it. Your gut can tell your brain what to do and vice versa. So, and this is no more apparent than when you have like a gut feeling, right? You've got a gut feeling. You don't feel good. That's telling your brain. That's an intuitive thing. That's because those two nervous systems are talking with each other. Also, when you have gut dysbiosis, you've got gut problems going on. That's a big indicator that somebody's going to have anxiety, depression, brain fog, any kind of the mental issues. Yeah, if your gut is out of whack, that's gonna mess it up. And I hate to break it to you, but alcohol hurts your gut. So
Oh, I know, I already know.
Yep.
so
I've been telling myself that forever. It's like, dude, you gotta stop drinking. You just gotta stop. At least do it in moderation.
There you
um
go.
yeah, well, the problem is if you go through any kind of gut healing protocol, what you basically you do end up stopping drinking. You have to stop drinking for a good 6 months to a year in order to actually heal your gut lining, you know.
Sure.
And once you get to the point where you've hit that probably year mark of not drinking, and if you go back and you have, you know, a glass of wine or a shot of whiskey or something, it's gonna hurt so bad once, because your gut is like feeling fantastic. Like, I'm
I've heard
pooping
that.
normally, I'm digesting great, I feel fantastic, I've got energy again. All of a sudden you have a drink or two and it feels like a just giant wave of death going through, and you poop your brains out, and it's not fun. And you're going to be like, why am I doing this? Why would I continue doing this to I like feeling great, you know. And it's not that you can never ever have a drink again or anything, okay? Because like I had a glass of wine at Thanksgiving, and it was like the first time in a year, and
Wow.
I'm drinking it and I'm going, why am I bothering? I was asking myself, like, it tasted good, but like I wasn't doing it. And that's the other thing, when you start getting your mental health too, because I help with that as well. When you start getting your mental health back, you get to a point where you don't really need to do these things
Right.
anymore, because one of the biggest reasons people drink or smoke, and no offense to you guys, and you know, but
None
one of
taken.
the biggest reasons people do that is to escape their problems.
Yep.
They want to escape the world. They want to escape the problems that they have. They want to escape whatever shitty parts of their lives they don't like, you know, and they're doing that to escape, because they can't normally, in a day-to-day situation, they can't allow themselves enough relaxation to be who they really are. So
Thank you
when
for saying that.
it's true.
It's spot on, especially for me personally. I don't
I
want
used to be an alcoholic. I know these things.
I don't want to go off on me. I don't want to make this about me, but I can concur to what you're saying because I know that for personal experience. And just like you used to be an alcoholic, you know, hey,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because to me it's a bad word, but yeah, I am an alcoholic. I have to have it every day. So I concur.
That's pretty much the definition. I mean, and there's different levels, I know, but I was having a drink every single day, and I felt bad if I didn't. And that's the definition of an alcoholic right there.
There you go.
And it was,
Some people
I
say
didn't like my life.
Some people say the definition of an alcoholic's more than 2 drinks a year. It's like, what? Excuse me? What?
No, that's excessive. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's
Hey,
ridiculous.
I'm loving this conversation, but I do want to comment back on some of the comments that are coming in from our viewers. Mark Morgan, got to jump off. Okay. Morgan Stewart says, help, I need help with these cigs, but don't want to lose my edge to smoke weed. Okay.
I said Mullen.
Okay, so if you want to stop smoking one thing, why would you want to start smoking another thing? Are you saying
I think he already does both. But
Okay,
he wants to
so-
Quit cigs, not weed.
I have a stop smoking system. It's on my website on herbalremediesbyamelia.com. But I do also have there's a blog article. If you go to my website, my main website is No BS Herbalist, because I'm the No BS Herbalist. And you go to the blog tab, you can search, just in the search bar, type smoking, and that article will come up, and that takes you to the stop smoking system too. But it's basically how to start weaning yourself off of any kind of smoking, cigarettes or into herbs or whatever it is.
Then from our co-host, she puts in, use weed to stop cigs, smokes Mullen. It is surprisingly close to taste cigarettes.
Yeah.
I never really smoked before, but I had to try smoking Mullen at least once just to see if it worked, because I said, there's no freaking way that smoking something is going to make your lungs clear. There's no way. I thought that was bullshit. So I didn't like have papers or anything, but I had some dried mullein, and I got a nice flat rock, and I crumbled up the mullein on the rock, and I lit it, and I wafted the smoke into my nose. I breathed it in. And what happened was it was one big to cough the smoke out. And then all of a sudden, big deep breath. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. You can breathe better just from smoking that. That's why that blog post, I send people that all the time, because I show you how to blend the different herbs and again, wean yourself off of tobacco. If that's what you want to do. I do have to plug the my brand new book that just came out like 2 days ago. That's this one. This is the mental health one.
Here, let me put you in the big picture again. Show it. Go ahead and show everybody.
It's got a strip because it's the proof copy, but this is Uncovering Amy. This is if somebody's out there looking for mental health and you're desperate for mental health, this is how I got mine.
Cool. Thanks for sharing. And so that being said, I also want to comment. You've written 6 books. Am I right, or is it 4?
That one I had. This is my cookbook, Wildcrafted Eats.
That's the one I was looking for.
That one. That's my cookbook.
Yes,
this looks
awesome.
I freaking loved it. I love the way this came out. This is so nice.
Wildcrafted Eats.
Yes. And it's not like there are some recipes in here that aren't wild foraged foods, but most of them are foraged foods. You know,
cool.
Daylilies, recipes, everything in there. I'm proud of that one. This is the one that teaches you how to heal your body. This is the one that teaches you how to forage. This is the cookbook, the recipes, and then this is the one that teaches you how to get mental health.
Nice.
Because I can do all of that, and I'm freaking proud of myself, and I had to write about it. So
yeah. You know, and I'm so glad you did. Seriously, I've done for the last 2 days. I've done following you. I've watched a lot of your posts and stuff, and I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well. So I love what you're doing. Keep it up. I'm so glad that I'm starting to follow you more and that we're friends on Facebook. You'll be hearing a lot more from me. I promise you.
Not a problem. I am here to help.
Let's see. John Johnson says, I quit like 3 months ago talking about smoking. For me, I had to quit. I had to give it up cold turkey. It was messing with my blood pressure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
Get right behind that Phil Armstrong comment. Smoke break. Thanks, Phil. I think he's referring to a little weed, though.
It's good. So, John, congratulations. Like, high five. More power to you. That's good on you. That's excellent. Yeah. Stop smoking.
Dumbass me here. I quit for 4 months and then went back. Dumbass.
That's, you know what? It's something in your life is stressing you out, and it's causing you to think that the only way you can possibly calm down again is to have that negative habit, whether it's drinking or smoking, whatever it is.
That being said, Amelia, there's a million excuses out there. And my excuse is this. When I drink, I smoke. They go hand in hand. So, yes, I got.
That happens with a lot of people. Yeah. I used to get, when I was drinking, I used to drink and I'd bake. And that doesn't mean token. No, I would bake cakes and cookies, and I'd be hanging out with people. I'd hang out with a couple of guy friends, and they'd be like, "Get Amelia drunk; she'll bake us a cake." Because I would do that.
Hey, when I get drunk, I like a lot of sweets, so I'd be right there with you.
Yeah. Here, Amelia, have another one. I like chocolate.
So as long as you're not using it as a crutch, it's not a problem. But the biggest problem with smoking and drinking, of whatever it is, or drugs or alcohol, any of this stuff, is that when people finally get up the courage and the ability, and they finally manage to quit, a lot of times they end up just switching their addiction. Like, I finally quit smoking. Thank God I finally quit smoking. But now I'm addicted to eating fast food, or, French fries or cake or something like that. And you get a food addiction, and then you gain a bunch of weight, and everybody's like, you get upset with yourself, and you think it's a flaw with you. And in fact, it's not a personality flaw. You got to stop blaming yourself. Okay. But what you have just not yet found a positive, healthy, constructive, stress-free way to deal with your problems. That's the reason why people do the drugs or the alcohol or any of that stuff.
I just
And
need to
once
go forward more.
well, foraging is great, and being in the woods in general for anybody is great. It's there's many studies being like Shinrin Yoku. I'm a professional forest bathing. I'm certified in forest bathing too. I love doing that for people. But
Cool.
you literally your blood pressure goes down, your stress levels go down. Just spending 1 to 2 hours in the forest surrounded by nature lasts up to 7 days in your system. So go into the forest once a week. Oh, archery is fantastic. That's great. Yeah, I used to be an archer and I just have not had the time. And if you follow me on social media, you know, because I'm doing all of the things.
Speaking of
Friggin'
archery,
stop.
Lisa Day just showed me something that she just recently got. You want to share that, Lisa? I was like, hell yeah, Lisa.
That's nice.
Got her
The
little
crossbow?
bow.
But it's like
Yeah.
a mini one. It's a little tiny.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my ex-husband had one of those for shooting the raccoons in the backyard, but it didn't work very well.
Wait. When he got the raccoons, did he get the coon peckers for moonshining?
No. I think he was going after the groundhog that kept coming into the garden, but
Gotcha.
you're 5 months cigarette. I'm seeing your comments now. You're 5 months cigarette free, but you find it hard to breathe more now than you did. So, David, what if you can? I don't know if you're on your computer or what, but or write it down. Get a pen and paper. Write down my website. You want to go look at that blog post I wrote. My website is No BS Herbalist. NOBS HERBALIST.com. But then just go to the blog tab and type in smoking, and there's an article that I wrote like 2 years ago now that's got all about how to wean yourself off cigarettes, but it's also the specific herbs that you can use to help clear your lungs. Mulleins going to be really helpful for that, but depending on whatever is going on with your lungs, you might need something deeper. You could need something like elecampane or maybe cherry or usnea. And people yell at me for saying that wrong, but screw 'em. I say usnea. They're like, it's usnea. I don't fucking care. You know what I'm talking about. So there are different herbs that can help the lungs in different capacities. And if you've got what is it? Where you would need an inhaler, asthma. Lobelia can help with that, but it's a low dose herb, so like a couple of drops for that. So you'd have to do some research, but yeah.
So having you said that, what I read in your book, I've only read the first 6 chapters of this Think Like an Herbalist. You talk about the gut health and stuff. And as well as your body needs to have all the right vitamins and stuff to make those things work.
Yep.
So, and Lisa and I get this a lot. We put this podcast on once a week, and we get people coming in here. And like you said it in your book. I've seen you say it on a lot of things that you had on live and stuff or interviews and whatnot. You know, a lot of people looking for that quick fix. Boom, what can I take to fix me now?
Yep. Everybody wants an easy button.
Yeah, take that pill, I'm done. And it doesn't work.
It doesn't
like that.
exist.
No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you pointed that out in your book, because we had never really pointed that out. As Lisa and I doing this podcast, we really never pointed that out. You know, I've taken supplements and stuff, and I think, or doing herb or something, I think, well, it kind of worked, but my body's not right. My gut health's not right.
Yeah. So if your gut is messed up, it doesn't matter what kind of supplements you're taking because they're not absorbing properly.
Right.
It means you've probably got leaky gut, which means that I don't know if you've heard Lisa, if you've been watching me, you've heard my leaky gut spiel, right? Probably multiple times. I can give the short version. Your intestines, imagine your intestines are like a long, skinny rubber balloon, like the kind of clown makes balloon animals with. When your intestines are working properly, the outside of that balloon is made of rubber, right? When you've developed leaky gut, think of the outside of that balloon being made of cheesecloth. So the food goes in your stomach, turns into mush, starts working its way down the cheesecloth balloon. And while most of it still goes through and turns into poop like it's supposed to, little microscopic bits and particles are able to escape through that cheesecloth into your body cavity. And your immune system says, oh crap, ham sandwich is supposed to stay inside the digestive tract. It's not supposed to be out here floating around in our body cavity. You're not supposed to have pieces of food touching all of your other organs, right? So your immune system attacks those little particles, which is what your immune system is built to do. But the problem arises when this keeps happening day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Every single time you eat, there's little microscopic bits of food particles floating around in your body cavity. Your immune system eventually has no choice but to go into overdrive. And that's how you start to develop autoimmune conditions, fibromyalgia, horrible inflammation, all of these problems. And that's one of the things, one of the major causes of leaky gut is drinking alcohol too often.
Right.
There are actually, if you just Google herbal alcohol alternatives, there's a couple of different companies now that are making like these drops that you can put into juice or something. And it's basically herbs that make you don't feel high, but you definitely get very chill. And you know, I've tried a couple of these things. It's like, damn,
That's what I need.
it's different. You know, instead of getting the alcohol is doing the damage. The herbs, it's a temporary thing, and maybe it's not, maybe you won't like it, maybe you will like it, but you're still definitely going to feel something going on, you know?
Good. No, that's good to know because a lot of it, and I've got a lot of muscle issues, tight and tense all the time. Why? Because I'm always stressed out. And why do I drink? Because I'm stressed out so I can go to sleep. And yeah. Just on and on.
Yep. It's just a vicious cycle. So
It is.
yeah.
David Dan says, thanks. I have COPD. And
Yeah,
John
Mullen will help with COPD. Yeah.
John
Hopefully
Johnson,
they're checking out they
my
found that
TV
website.
has jokes. All right, John. Mullen and rose petals.
Yep.
There you go, Lisa.
Rose petals smooths it out a little bit.
Yeah, you said
Don't
all
get them
that
from the
in the
supermarket, though.
very first part of your book
Yes,
about the gut health and stuff. In fact, what I read out of the book was exact word for word what you just said.
I like
The
that.
rubber tube.
Yep. Well, you know what? It makes sense though, right?
It does.
It's easy to picture that.
And it makes total
So-
sense. It's just like what you're saying. So your immune system is trying to fight off all the shit that's out in your body that's not supposed to be there. Not to mention, okay, so I'm a drinker and I'm a smoker too, which my immune system's fighting all that shit off too. So guess what? I'm gonna have some issues.
Yeah. I mean, even if all you did was just straight up cold turkey, stop, no alcohol, no more cigarettes, no nothing, it would still take a year or so to heal your gut because you've done damage year after year after year. You know, it takes time. There are herbs that can help. There are supplements that can help. There's a certain way of eating. The thing that I actually, the reason I'm on a diet cleanse right now is because I was starting to get allergic reactions, which I had a histamine intolerance. And so I'm on a low histamine diet right now, just temporarily for a month or so to just basically soothe everything. And one of the key things for doing a low histamine diet is, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it's probably not unfortunate. I'm eating a lot of meat right now, like meat more than anything else. It's driving me nuts, but like I miss my vegetables. But the point of it is to have a lot of cooked foods. When you cook all your food, you know, you're cooking your vegetables, you're cooking your fruits, you're cooking the meats fully, because the cooked foods, the cooking process alone just breaks down all that food material, and it makes it easier for your body to digest it and break it down the rest of the way, and go through smooth move basically. When it's all pre-cooked,
It'll destroy all the pollens and stuff that fruits carry. That.
Oh, I'm well aware, but if you think about it, like when you have a raw apple, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with eating
I just read
apples.
this in your book.
The apple itself, it will you're taking bites in this, like the chunks, and you're swallowing it, and it's kind of like this whole almost harder material that's like scraping along the inside of your digestive tract, and that can scrape away occasionally a little bit of the mucous membrane, which is what's protecting the inside from the outside, and that can cause more leakage through the intestinal wall. So it's important to be healing that with whatever means necessary.
Years ago when I had my motorcycle accident and broke my neck and I had surgery and stuff, I had a lot of pain pills, a lot of opioids. afterwards, my doctor said, dude, I can't give you any kind of pain medicine, ibuprofen, none of that shit, because the lining of your stomach is ate up, bro.
Yeah. Ibuprofen alone, man,
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
not good.
She said, if you do anything, go herbal. And I couldn't believe it coming from this woman, but she's Indian, right? And so not dot-head Indian, but American Indian. And she said, try to go herbal as much as you can, because all this stuff's just eating the lining of your stomach. And I can't prescribe anything to you because I don't want you to have problems. You're going to end up in a hospital.
Well, it's good that she did that, because most doctors don't care.
No, they don't. No, because they get kickbacks on prescriptions. So yeah, no, she was a great doctor. I lost her. She retired, but
it is up to you, whoever's watching. It is up to you to take control of and be in charge of your own health. Your health is your right and your responsibility. So that's one of the reasons I wrote this, is so that people like you, normal people, can understand how their body works and what to do about it.
Got mine. I can't wait
But it's easy to understand, right? Right, Moonshine is easy to understand.
Absolutely,
that's the whole point. Because I love my herbal books. I've been practicing, and I've been I still read herbal books. I listen to herbal books, and I understand all the herbalism terminology and whatnot. But it's there's a level of like, I want to be an herbalist, and there's a level of, I just want to know what's wrong and how to fix it. And most people are kind of on that, I just want to know what's wrong and how to fix it level, where,
or just give me the fix.
Well, yeah, but still, like, you can be proactive and say, I want to understand what the hell is wrong with me, so that I can maybe, God forbid, understand at least a little bit how and why to fix it. Or when you educate yourself, about that, then you understand what somebody else is telling you to fix.
Well, and you also feel like you're doing something for yourself, which gives you self-worth, and it sets up your self-worth, your thought of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You're taking charge of your own health. So
right. See, earlier you said something about getting out of your area. I'm in Maine. So a lot of these people that we hang out with in our group, they're from South. So they'll ask me about something. And I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to learn. And I'll go right on and tickety-tack and go, find something to learn about it, because they have different plants than we do up here.
Yeah.
And what?
Yeah, you and I have all the same plants, Lisa, then.
Yeah, we'd be close.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the witch hazel. We don't have really witch hazel up here.
Yeah, but you got more blueberries, so
yes.
The blueberries we have down here, it literally takes me a week. It takes me like a week to pick a pint of blueberries down here, because the berry bushes are like a couple of berries here, a couple of berries there, or like the huckleberry bushes, a few here and there. I've got a couple of spots that I go, but yeah, it takes forever to pick blueberries.
Ours are low bush. Yeah, ours are low bush. You got to beat the bears to them.
Yeah. Well, we got black bears out here that want the berries, but like I said, I've got a couple of spots where I can go. I'm in Connecticut. Somebody just asked where I'm from. I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah.
So.
It also says, I'm definitely not an herbalist. That's more up my wife's alley, but that's cool, dude. Your wife can help you out, man.
Yeah. Who better to trust? Somebody you trust already.
Absolutely.
And their opinion.
Let's around the house, and she starts giving you bad herbs. So.
Yeah.
Here, take this, honey.
Oh yeah. No, every woman needs to know the good herbs and the bad herbs for their own protection.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like we said before, it's been brought up, and I've mentioned it before, how nothing personal against anybody that's watching or viewers or whatnot. And there's a lot of viewers that come on here and watch it later because they're busy doing something. They may be at work or doing something else, but we get a lot of people coming here and asking us remedies to, like we said earlier, just a quick fix. What's my quick fix? And there's no quick fix. There's no quick fix to any of it. Yeah. And I just want to point that out and make sure I said that.
They come into my live looking for that. What can I do about this condition? What can I do about that condition? And that's the hard part for me as a content creator, especially the last few weeks. I do a lot of stuff on TikTok, and it's just my content. I don't know. Half the stuff I've been saying hasn't been landing. I get like 300 views on a video, and it's like, what am I doing wrong? But like, I want to be able to get this information out to people, but I have my views and my integrity is I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to bullshit you. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer, or I'm going to do some research if I need to. But also, I mean, if the answer is something that you don't like, that one of the things that I've learned to ask people, do you want me to tell you, do you want me to tell you the truth, or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you
Most
said before.
people want me to tell them what they want to hear.
Right. Yep.
Because the truth hurts.
Truth hurts.
The truth is hard. The truth is you got to stop drinking. You got to fix your gut problem. You know, that it's not fun, but that is the truth. And that's, you know,
you said in here, I highlighted this. This is in your book. Think Like an Herbalist. Page 19. If someone asks me, what herb can I take for my depression so I don't have to take drugs? My answer is, how much sunlight are you getting? Do you have enough vitamin D in your body? Do you ever go outside of the forest and just take a walk? What quality of sleep are you typically getting? What's your diet like? So yeah, all these things come into play, but they don't realize that. And I was on your live on TikTok a couple of days ago, and a lot of those questions are coming in. They just wanted a quick fix.
Yes.
Tell me what I got to do. They don't want to hear all that. They don't want to listen to that. I just want to get fixed. I want the pain to go away.
That's why they keep scrolling. And I start off with like 200 people watching me, and it goes down to like 50.
Yeah, I get that too. I get a lot of questions.
I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to bullshit anybody, and I don't want to just say you could take this for this, or you could take that for that. If it's an acute problem, which again, I explained in the book that acute versus a chronic problem. Like if you've got a cold, absolutely ask me what you could take for your cold. I'll give you a couple of herbs. You could take that. It's a couple of days of taking these herbs, and you're probably right as rain. But, you know, or if you fell and injured your elbow, there's stuff you could take for that. You know, I'll say, yeah, this herb is going to help, or that herb's going to help, whatever. I've got the salve that I make that would help. But it's not like, if you tell me I've had this problem that I've been dealing with for years and years and years, how do I, you know, what herb can I take? I'm going to be like, it's going to be more than one herb, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot more.
Am I wrong for posting this picture? Because you have a website where people could go to buy your product. Is this Black Sun Farm?
No, that's good. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
That Black Sun Farm shop. No, that's the old one. Yeah. BlackSunFarmShop.com is where you can go to buy my products. The Foraging Walk thing, that's my old website there. It's now, I rebranded a couple months ago because I did everything under my farm name. And I said, you know, a friend of mine told me, we were just talking about herbalism and stuff. And she says, I like you. You're no bullshit. You don't give it. You don't take it. And she says, you're the no BS herbalist. I said, I fucking love that. I should totally make that my whole thing. I love that. So I rebranded myself. My whole business is the no BS herbalist. And it's true.
Well, here's a product that you sell.
I haven't made that in a while. I make a lot of that for me, but I basically bottled some of it for shits and giggles to see if anybody would be interested. And it took a while to sell because people are not that down. But digestive bitters are very good for you.
It said bitters on there. Being a drinker, I like an old fashioned, which takes bitters. So I wonder how that would work with my
the bitters that you're used to, Angostura bitters, were medicine. Yeah. They were medicine in the 1800s. And somebody somewhere along the line threw that in a glass with like vodka or whatever the hell it was and said, oh, this tastes great. So now most people know of bitters. You can make different types and different flavors of bitters to mix in different drinks to make an alcoholic beverage. But if you have digestive problems, if you're having trouble pooping, if you're not digesting something well, if you just ate a really big fatty pork chop and you got stomach pain after that, it's your gallbladder having trouble, and you need bitters. You need that bitter flavor to get the bile flowing in your gut to digest the fats. So if all you have at home is that little bottle of Angostura bitters, drink some of it. Just a little bit. You don't need that much. Put some on your tongue. Like, you want to taste it, because get that bitter flavor in your mouth. This is just like when I tell people to eat dandelions or dandelion root. Get that bitter flavor on your tongue, and it stimulates your liver to produce the bile, and then it stimulates your gallbladder to release the bile into your small intestine, which is then going to help you digest those fats more easily. That's what bitters are all about.
Speaking of bitters and alcohol and whatnot, and remedies, I have a remedy I learned years ago before I got into herbals whatsoever. Back in bartending school, right after high school, I went to bartending school, and they teach you a remedy to get rid of hiccups. Everybody's got their own remedy of getting rid of hiccups, but I swear by this one, it works every time. You take a little bit of lemon juice in a tablespoon, 10 drops of bitters, drink it down, you're done. Goodbye hiccups.
I got my son to get rid of his hiccups once by reminding him that he's not a fish. And I kept saying, I said, tell yourself you're not a fish. Remind yourself you're not a fish. And he was like, that's not going to work, Mom. And I said, just do it. And he said, fine, I'm not a fish. And he stopped hiccuping. And I was like, I told you.
I love it. I love it.
John says he hasn't had a gallbladder since 2003. John, I bet you have a lot of digestive problems, don't you? He said, I've always been told holistic medicine is not a replacement for modern medicine. That's okay. All right. You want my book, John.
You do, John.
It's doctors don't understand holistic medicine. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I actually have a whole chapter in there called Do I Need a Doctor? You do need a doctor sometimes, okay? Doctors are not useless by any means. Sometimes if I cut my finger off, you bet your ass I'm going to the hospital and finding a surgeon to fix it. You know, sometimes you need a doctor. Sometimes the doctor is the only one that can give you a diagnostic test to try to figure out what the problem is. Because I'm not always going to be able to help somebody figure out what their problem is if I don't know, like, you know, blood test levels and you know, I can't give somebody an ultrasound, things like that. Doctors do have their place, absolutely. But you need to also take a little bit of responsibility for your own health and say, all right, well, what do I need to fix the root cause of this problem? Like, what is the root cause of these, you know, stomach problems that I'm having, or of this pain that I'm having? And that's where holistic medicine comes in. What I do comes in, because we try to figure out, how can we get this to resolve itself in your body? Whereas the doctors are symptom treating. You go to the doctor, you say, doctor, these are my symptoms, 1, 2, 3. Doctor says, okay, here's a drug for this one, here's a drug for that one, and here's a drug for that one. Okay. Or the cream for this one. Right. And they give you all these things. And then you start taking them when you get home. And eventually you end up like, okay, well, I feel a little better. This symptom's gone, but now I've got this side effect from this medication. So then you go back and you end up getting another prescription to deal with the side effect. And before you know it, you're on 10 or 12 different medications. Whereas if you even needed that first medication, that's all you really needed. And then holistic treatment of dealing with your problems, you know, naturally, with diet and nutrition and exercise. I know this sounds really freaking lame and nobody wants to hear it, but eating right and taking a walk every day does more for your health than almost anything else is going to do. It's boring. It's boring. It's not as exciting as me saying, oh, go take this herb. This will solve all your fucking problems. But it's not. It's not going to do that.
You know, Amelia, that you said that, I've got a lot of inflammation problems with arthritis and joint pain and stuff. And I was talking to my best friend about it back in Missouri. He said, you know what helped me the best? I said, what's that? He said, I walk 2 miles every day. I don't have inflammation problems anymore.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It really does.
He said, all I do is walk. I just walk.
Well, I mean, it also helps if you don't eat a lot, like ultra processed foods and soda and shit like that, you know. Somebody else asked a question here. If you mention wild herbs and home remedies to
Bam,
your
bam.
heart doctor and your regular doctor, they get mad. That's because they don't understand and they can't answer the fucking question. You start telling me that all you're looking for is a witch doctor. Where do you live? Bam, bam. Where do you live that they're telling you you're looking for a witch? Are you like in Alabama or something? What the hell?
You got it. You got it.
Jesus, backwater shit. Move out of the South. Move out of the South.
They can't make money off an herb either.
That's exactly right.
They're in the job of prescribing those pills.
That's why they get
Your
mad.
doctor got mad and turned red in the face. Do you know why? Because he was threatened by the fact that you might know more about your body than he does.
There you go.
Fuck that. Take control of your health. I know I sound like a broken record and I'm just trying to sell you shit, but this is going to help you. I wrote that book to help
it's
people
on Amazon.
like you.
I got mine. I ordered it on Amazon. I got it in 2 days' time. I've read the first 6 chapters. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get into it more.
Yeah, go get all my books now.
Please do. Hell yeah.
Somebody says digestive problems, they're your own fault. You can't process fats because you have no gallbladder. But fat tastes good. Fat, no. Okay, so John, if you are fat, it's not because you're eating fat. Fat is actually really good for you. Like, that's one of the best things you can eat. It's the other things that you're eating. Are you eating a lot of sugar or wheat or processed foods? Because that's what's making you fat. It's not the fat. Like fat itself, like animal fat, is really fucking good for you. Seriously.
Yeah.
You live in deep South Alabama. Please start walking north. Just start walking. Get out of there. That's all I gotta say.
Bam, we've been telling you that for years, buddy. Go to Tennessee, North Carolina.
Get anywhere else but there.
Yeah.
Honestly, you probably actually get better health care if you went to Mexico.
Find a different doctor.
It's not.
Yeah, good. I tried that. I tried to find a different doctor. He wanted to send me to a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
When they say you have liver issues, the first thing they tell you is not to eat beef or pork.
Huh.
Do they let me ask you this. If a doctor says don't eat beef or pork if you have liver issues, are they asking you what your diet is like? Are they asking you what you are eating? Regular, like what's your diet like? What's your regular diet like? Not like, I have a piece of cake once a month or something. That doesn't matter. The stuff that you eat regularly, or if you're drinking alcohol, or there's a lot of different things that can go into. I actually have a whole chapter on liver health in there, but that helps. But there's a lot that goes into liver health. Meat is good for you. You came up with your own remedy. You have to keep 2 oxy. Your doctor is mad at you if you don't take an opiate. Please, for the love of God, pack up your bags and start walking north. Get out of there. That is insane. So no, okay, fatty liver disease is I started researching this, so I apologize that I don't know all of this off the top of my head, but fatty liver disease is a little bit different. Is non-alcoholic fatty liver? Is that what you're talking about? In many cases, that's more affordable than eating healthy. Okay. That's one of the other things. Oh God, it's a cycle. I gotta get going too.
So, it's a vicious cycle.
It is, but I don't know if I know it doesn't look like it because I'm in a house, which is my house. But I used to be really, really poor. I've been farming. Like I did a farm apprenticeship in 2014. The first thing, like to get away from my ex-husband during a divorce. That's how I broke away. I went and worked on a farm 60 hours a week, busting my ass for $200 a week. So I didn't have anything when I got going, and you have to learn how to cook nice tasting foods with smaller amounts of food and money, like beans and potatoes and things like that. So non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay. So that a lot of that is whether your liver is still producing enzymes, whether your pancreas is working properly. A lot of that also is, John, if you love to cook, get your ass to the farmer's market, buy whatever you can get at the farmer's market and bring it home.
Yeah.
That's dude, you know, if you love to cook, that's my cookbook. It's pretty awesome.
Let's
Double up on the onions and the garlic.
get back up there, Amelia.
Oh, my cookbook, yeah. It's called Wild Crafted Eats. It's not just foraged food. There's stuff like you can go to the grocery store and buy a lot of this stuff. Like that is it. My buckwheat pancakes, those are awesome. My recipe for liver and onions is in here too. Bone broth, chive blossom butter. This is side dishes and things that you can cook with. So this is a really good one. But yeah, so non-alcoholic fatty liver. I was helping somebody with that at one point, but I don't know enough of it off the top of my head to tell you. There are herbs that can help support your liver, but if you're not doing the other things with your diet, a lot of that is the way that your body is processing, or rather not processing, certain foods. So Charlene, the quick tip, free advice I'm going to give you right now that is probably going to help. And even if you're dubious about it and you think maybe this isn't going to work, I can't do that, but whatever, just promise me you'll try for at least 4 weeks. Go gluten free.
I'm going to hold you to this, Charlene.
4 weeks, no wheat, and that means you have to read labels on everything because they hide wheat in everything. But if you can go gluten free for 4 weeks and see how you're starting to feel after that, I bet that's going to help. And that I have a whole chapter on that in my book about the reason why wheat in this country is freaking killing people.
Yeah.
It's bad. But
Yeah,
I have to get going, you guys. It's getting late.
all right.
I don't know how long this was supposed to. I thought it was like an hour, so I'm sorry.
No, you're good,
Yeah.
Amelia. Appreciate you, Amelia. It's absolutely been awesome. I haven't covered near enough. That being said, I would love to have you back on again.
Yeah, sometime. This is the best my light gets at 7 p.m. Sorry, or 8 p.m.
No, you're
Perfect.
wonderful. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it was worse than yours. And I'm out my shed, so hey.
I have a light over.
Amelia, much success to you.
Yes.
Love reading your book. I can't wait to finish this book. I'm not a book reader. I'm not. My wife is. She reads a book a day. Seriously, this woman reads all the time.
Nice.
That's why she's so damn smart.
Yeah, I got to get back to reading my other gut book. I just, I do. You can get. I did the automated AI voice to do the audio book for that book, but I did actually just recently buy this nice fancy microphone, so I'm going to start recording my own audio books. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So I'll do that.
Again, there's a lot of notes I had that I wanted to point out and bring out, but it's been great.
Mm,
So I definitely want to have you back on.
do it fast.
We'll schedule. Yeah, I did. We're in an hour and 20 minutes. So, and I apologize, Amelia, because I know you wanted to keep it an hour and a half. But I definitely want to reach out to you again and have you on again. And
Yeah, sure.
honestly, I'd like to continue this because you're full of information. And I love everything that you're putting out here. And
I like how she delivers it. I like how she delivers the
absolutely.
information.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
Yes.
And that's cool. That's the way it should be. It really should. You know, when you go to the doctor, it should be no bullshit. Seriously.
The doctor does not expect you to understand your body.
There you go.
The doctor does not expect you to understand what your body does, how it works, or any of that. And that's why I wrote that book, so that you at least have some idea of how your body actually works. And you can go to your doctor and say, well, I think I might need this. You know, you don't have to say, well, I learned this from Amelia and she did blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that shit. But there's references in the back. I'm not pulling this out of my ass.
And tons of references. Tons, guys. I'm very impressed by the way you put these books together and showed all your references. And guys, you can scan all these and find out for yourself. It's page after page after page with all these references. I absolutely love that. I've never seen any author do that ever. And I could be wrong, but wow, that's huge. Amelia, I do have to say something kind of comical here. I know you see comments and you see Mark Morgan, you know that's me, but That Mark Morgan is a different Mark Morgan. We call him Shadow.
Okay.
He's actually in West Virginia. He's a good friend of mine. So when you
Nice.
see
So
comments
he
of
likes
Mark Morgan,
audiobooks. You can get that on audiobook on Amazon.
there you go.
There you
You
go.
know, I did research your books on Amazon. There's a couple of them that were not in audio.
Um,
I don't know. I don't remember which
audio.
ones.
The cookbook is not in audio.
Right.
Want that in audio. I don't know if Forge and Heal is yet. The Uncovering Amy, because this is a memoir, I'm going to personally record it. This literally just came out like 2 days ago. Like, this is the proof.
Awesome.
I don't even have copies to sell yet. It just came out. But I'm going to record and put this in my voice. Hopefully I can start that this week.
Cool.
Excuse me. So hopefully that'll be, but the Think Like an Herbalist is definitely in an audio.
I'm going to start saving my money and have you come down and do a foraging class with me here in Florida.
I'm not going to know shit about Florida. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I can't help.
Well, then we can learn
You
together.
gotta find a local Florida there's foragers in Florida. So thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Love
Thanks
you,
for
sweetie.
coming. Thank you.
Is this the
Hope to have you on
Thank you
soon.
very much.
Okay. We will. We'll be in touch. Okay. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Good night.
That was awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. I love having her and full of information. Wow.
I love the energy.
I wanted. There's a lot of points that I wanted to point out about her book. The six chapters that I read today, or I read one or two. Yeah, I read two yesterday and the other four today. And honestly, it was hard putting it down. It really was.
Yeah.
I had to because I have things to do, yada yada, and I got a podcast, But
Yeah.
I can't wait to read the rest of this book. And you guys can get this on Amazon. I think it's $25. Think Like an Herbalist. And again, like I said, she's got all these references, which blew my mind. I didn't count all the pages, but there's one after another about different stuff that you can look up yourself, just scanning these. And here's Gut Healing Protocol, Wildcrafted Eats course, complete stop smoking system. I mean, just scan it, boop, you're in, right?
Nice.
One after the other. There must be 20 pages of these. So I highly recommend it. I haven't checked any of these Scantrons out myself, but just because I just now discovered it right before the podcast. But man, I'm impressed. And Lisa, I apologize to you, sweetheart, because you recommended her to me a long time ago. And I was okay, Lisa. Yeah, okay. And I saw her on TikTok the other day. I was like, oh, this is the girl Lisa was talking about. So I was watching her, and she was getting all these requests for these quick, fix me now, fix me now, fix me now.
Yes. Yeah.
And she kind of laughs. She says, I can't fix you now.
Yeah.
But I could tell you, she told people, look, if you follow this or you go onto this and this link or that link, you could kind of get an idea and whatnot. So what she's saying is spot on, especially about the gut health. If your gut health isn't right, anything, these herbs you take, you'll get a little bit of effect from it, but you're not going to get the full effect.
Right.
And if your vitamins and minerals have to be in place and check, that goes into a whole nother spectrum as far as I'm concerned. I need to learn more about that. But wow, I'm really excited about having her. I hope we can get her back on again in the near future. Wow, what a super guest.
Really good.
I felt bad. I'm over here. She said, stop alcohol. I'm doing shots.
Well, I think one of the things she was talking about was she had problems with substance abuse and alcohol. And I think it makes her more relatable because, she's been there.
It does.
And she doesn't have the holier than thou attitude, well, I quit, or whatever. She keeps it real.
Somebody that's never been through it telling you how to go through it. Well, just quit. Just drop them. Just give it up. Well, it's not always that easy. So I'm anxious to go through that, the quit smoking and the quit drinking thing. I like to drink. I'm sorry.
I do. I enjoy it.
But if I could quit the smoking, that would help a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy that too.
If I could quit peeing, that would help a lot. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, that was great. It was great to have her like that. I love the energy. And the thing, what was it she was saying at the end about the doctors not expecting yourself to know your body? They're almost depending on you not to know your body and how it works, because then you're dependent on them. You know, if you are looking into herbalism at all, you're taking your own charge of your own, and they can't sell that. They can't sell you that. They can't make money off that. So, like she said, there's great things you got to go to the doctor for, but some of these things, our lifestyle and our own choices are how we can make it better. Doctors don't always have your best interest. It's, they are trying to help you and blah, blah, but they've been taught to do it by the machine, they haven't been taught to do it realistically, not holistically, but
Yeah, I found that with especially the newer doctors, they don't know any of the herbalism stuff, and and you're right, Bam Bam. They do get angry with you when you start talking about herbal remedies and different stuff. I brought that up before. Hey, I'm trying this herbal. What the fuck are you trying that for? What, you're wasting your time. I get like, what? Are you kidding me? I've been doing it for years. But
well,
that's
I can
not what
see how they'd be wondering about it, but you'd think they'd be, I don't know, taught that some of these things are actually beneficial,
But at the same time, when you do go to the doctor, they do want to know what kind of herbs you're taking and stuff like that. So they know what kind of remedies or prescription they do prescribe to you, because they do interact or counteract with each other.
Right.
So they do have to know a little bit about it. I will say that.
That's why you'd think they would be more versed in it and more apt to, be, helpful to add on to that. It's like milk of magnesia, it'll coat your stomach and do all that. And if you're taking an herb to help the lining of your stomach, that milk of magnesia is actually going to work against what you're taking for an herb.
Right. The herb that you just put in is not going to affect because the milk of magnesia is already there. Right.
Right. It's not going to be effective.
John says, you gotta just want to stop. John, you're right. And yes and no. There's a lot that comes into play with that. It's an individual basis, if you ask me. It's not just a just quit thing. My best friend I talked about earlier, he just quit. He just, nope, one day I'm done. He quit cold turkey. I wish I could. I really do. Different circumstances for different folks. And I do want to quit, but at the same time, like Mark Morgan just said, I kind of actually enjoy it. I don't know. It sounds stupid. It really does, but I do. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it does help relax me. And in fact, one of the people that Lisa and I, another herbalist that we follow, Casey, she talks about tobacco, how tobacco is actually an herb that people used to smoke that did help you, kind of like Mullen did, but people started adding all these additives into the tobacco, into the cigarettes that are harmful.
Right.
So it's kind of push and shove, and it's like,
I quit smoking for 9 years.
You don't hear about people putting additives into Mullen.
No. That's why when I said that to, I think it was Mark Morgan about the smoking there, the smoke mullein and rose petals. Rose petals gives it a little bit more of a softer floral flavor. Right. But don't get them at the supermarket because they've been sprayed with the antifungals, this and that.
Yeah, then you don't know what you're
So
putting in your
you have
body.
to use a natural rose petal. And if you don't want to smoke cigarettes, then put it in a pipe, because that gets rid of the,
The
the
vapor.
fixation with your fingers and the mouth
That's
with a cigarette. So if you have a pipe, it's different. It also breaks it down, like if you're in a public spot, even outside where you could smoke a cigarette anyway. But if you smoke these things in a bowl, you're not in a pipe, you're not so apt to do it in public, because people go, "Whoa, what has he got?" And
it.
ooh.
I'm
So
very
you
cautious
smoke
about that.
less. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like that, Lisa. Like at work, I have to converse with people every day, and I know when I'm in their face and talking to them, they smell that, and I'm very conscious about that. So I'll smoke one or two, maybe three cigarettes while I'm at work, on my break. But then afterwards, I take a breath mint just because of that,
Yeah.
But I am conscious of that, so yeah, I do smoke less while I'm at work
Yeah.
because I'm around people and I'm doing things and stuff like that.
And I wish I'd gotten to ask her which lobelia, because there's a few lobelias that for a
Well,
smoking mix. So I'll have to look into that.
write that down, and I'm definitely going to ask her to come back again another time, and hopefully we can follow up and touch base on some other books and some other topics in the books that she's got out. The one I have, I definitely want to. I've got a couple of her books already in my Amazon wish list thing that I will buy. But yeah, I highly recommend it, guys. Very good read, very upfront. She tells it like it is, and if you don't want to hear it, well, then you just don't want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
But John says, but you got to want it first. I know what you mean. I got you, John. You do. You have to really want it. And back a while, what was it? A little over a year ago, I quit. I quit for 4 months, and I really wanted it because I knew it was going to help me. And when you're putting these bad chemicals in your body going to fight off all that shit. Well, I had all these other issues. Well, it's busy fighting off the tobacco.
Right.
So I quit, and yeah, I did. I started feeling a lot better. I really did. But don't ask me. I went back.
Well, that's another ending to that stomach issue that she was talking about. How with the leaky gut, your body throws out all these antibodies to fight it, and it's constantly fighting it.
Right.
Now, when you fight a cold, you have the antibodies come out and they do their thing. Your body sends out another set of, I don't know, systems or enzymes or whatever they do to recover from that. And if you're never recovering, you're in like fight or flight, all the time. It's not completing the circle of it. It's not letting after the antibodies kick in, because the antibodies never leave.
Right.
It's like that front row is still there. They never get to.
Think of it like this. It's kind of how I thought about it the other day. Is so you got a football team, you got offense and defense. It's like the defensive teams out there the whole time trying to fight them off,
Right.
and they get wore out.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas they didn't
At
have
the
to
end
be
of
out
the day,
there.
they're going to lose the game.
Yeah, and they're supposed to have a backup, and that backup can't come out
Right.
if the antibodies and stuff is still doing their job to heal it.
Shadow says they say nicotine is helpful for some things. Yeah, Shadow. When I was talking about Casey earlier, Casey Heister, I follow her a lot. I've asked her to come on as a guest. She's never responded back. Hopefully, we can get her on sometime. She's big time. But hopefully one time. But yeah, she did talk about nicotine and how it does have its benefits.
Yeah.
David Dan says the only way I did it was cold turkey. I love smoking and I miss it for sure. David Dance, my dad had, before he passed away, had quit for 20 years. He said, Mark, he told me, he says, there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss it.
Yeah.
That's after 20 years.
Yeah.
Other friends have said they never even think about it. They just never even think about it at all. But my dad said, what he thought about the most was after a meal. That's when he wanted to smoke. That's me. As soon as I get done eating the meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, I gotta have a cigarette.
I quit for like 9 years.
Yeah,
And I was like that. I didn't think about it at all. but at a time in my life when I felt I was losing control and everything was told to me what to do, and I was in the midst of everything, it was something that I could do for myself. I'm just going to stop and have a cigarette, you know? And
Yeah.
that's what drew me back into it. That was something I had control of. You can't tell me I can't smoke. I can smoke, you know? And
have a cigarette.
it's stupid, but I think that's what it was. You know, it was a control issue.
You say that, Lisa. That's something Amelia talks about. Is you have to get that mind control. You have to figure out all that stuff and get your mindset just right. And that's exactly what she talks about.
Yeah, so that's why I say it was at a time when I just felt like I didn't have control of what happened. You know, it was I was running with it.
We didn't
I was
talk
trying
about
to
this
make it up. You know,
that book that she showed earlier. Let me see if I have a picture of it. She posted earlier. I think it was one of the last ones. This one here.
Uncovering Amy. Yeah,
Uncovering Amy. She went through a lot of shit, and she was going through multiple personalities before. That's why that book came out. She had to figure out herself, and that's what I'm saying. She had to get a mindset and get that all under control, and let herself know, hey, I'm okay. This is this is who I am.
Yeah, it's fine to be me.
Yeah, and so I can't wait to read that book. But yeah, it has a lot to play in it. It really does. Huge. You have to have the right mindset. Dan says the only way I did it was cold turkey. I love smoking. I miss it. Okay, I read that already. John says I still miss it sometimes, but it's not worth the stroke. You're right, John. It's not. None of that bad shit's worth it. But you get in that mind frame, and I don't want to say that it's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to say that because I'm human. I'm just like anybody else. We're all alike. We're all human. I don't want to say that, but we just don't realize until that time actually comes, and you're like, "Oh, fuck! I got to make a change. Hold up."
Yeah. When something bothers you enough to make the change.
Exactly.
You know,
it's just here's an example. I'm a religious man. I'm a God-fearing man, and but some people aren't and don't become that way, and they start becoming Bible thumpers until something very huge happens in their life. Then it makes them click and go, whoa.
Yep.
And that's kind of my point to this. It might take a stroke for me to go, fuck it, time out, I'm done. Nope, I'm done. I hate to say that. I really do. But sometimes it's those rude awakenings that's what it takes to get you to wake up.
Yeah, well, we're incredibly tolerant. You know, we put up with things, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Phil, if you're still on here. I got into that belated Valentine the other night, Thursday night, the chocolate-covered strawberry that Phil made, and I almost drank the whole flask.
You say belated.
Yeah, that's what it said on it, belated.
Phil.
And
well, Phil.
belated Valentine. And I almost drank the whole flask on Thursday night.
Whoa.
Yes.
You know, speaking of chocolate covered strawberry, Hydro Man, Randy.
Yeah.
He did his chocolate covered strawberry. In fact, I still have some in the house. I'll probably do that on Valentine's Day. That's over a year old. So
yeah, I still have Randy's right here. And the one Phil made, I'm impressed with it. That was really good.
Chocolate.
I don't think the strawberry was as strong. The strawberry wasn't as strong as Randy's, but Randy made his with nothing but strawberry.
Right. It was all I remember I was there when he did it. When he did that run. He's probably watching. I don't know. He likes to watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Phil's still here. Cool. Good. I'm glad you're still here, Phil. But I was there when he did it. It was all strawberries. He went to his local farmer's market, the guy on the side of the road. The guy had nothing to do with the strawberries. He got a shitload of strawberries from this guy. And he did this brandy. There's nothing but strawberry. I was there when he ran it.
Yep, it was
I was
nothing
drinking,
but strawberry when you ran
I
it.
was drinking that shit at 140 proof, Lisa, and it was awesome.
Yes, yeah, yeah. It has that. You know, when you walk it into a fruit stand and you can tell what's going by. It's like how a banana smells extra banana-y when it's going by, and a strawberry smells extra strawberry. You know, when it's going by, it has that scent to it.
Yes,
But
Shannon, that's more frugals. Yes, for Phil.
still was that. Yeah, it was my frugal, and but that's really good. I enjoyed that. It's out in
John
the living
Johnson
room
says,
right
I
now, but I
started
only have
seeing,
like this much left.
John Johnson says, I started seeing my ankle swell and legs to discolor and out of control. Blood pressure, my risk of stroke was getting higher by the minute. Nicotine causes your blood pressure to go up, so my nicotine had to go. I get it, buddy. I get it. I really do. My blood pressure was high and low. It fluctuated a lot. And my doctor's like, dude. And she says, I'm not worried about it, but because that kind of puts you in the middle, but it's something you got to get under control. And I did up by herbal remedies. And I did a video about that. I shared that with you guys. It worked. It worked great. It brought my blood pressure down. I shouldn't rely on that. I really shouldn't. But I need to get it under control the natural way instead of relying on herbal remedies to bring it down. I really
Yeah,
should.
getting your circulation going, so it flushes out a lot of that.
Right. And this nicotine clogging the arteries does not help.
Yeah, getting your cardiovascular working, getting that up to flush out that water.
Shadow says his way more knowledgeable that he gets credit for. I've listened to Lacey says, yeah, you're right, Shadow. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I like Phil. In fact, I was on their podcast on the Collective Root podcast last night. And Phil brought that up. And we do hammer on Phil a lot.
Yeah. I said that the other day.
I apologize for that to Phil, and I do. I still apologize. And I didn't mean to be offensive in any way. But we do. And Phil is very knowledgeable, and he's a smart guy. He's a cool guy. I like Phil. He's a good guy. And we don't need to hammer on Phil so much as we do. And I think somebody has to have a punch buggy or punch rabbit or whatever you call it. But it was just all in fun, Phil. And I did not mean any harm whatsoever, sir. I really did. I respect you 100%, Phil. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that to Earl on one of his posts the other day about wood. Well, I've got wood. And I was like, well, what do you think Phil's going to do? Go out and cut down his neighbor's carport? You saw where he lived. Where's he supposed to go out and cut wood? Good for you. You got wood.
Yeah.
You know? Meanwhile, the guy's sitting in 40 degrees in his fucking house. You know, it kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think Phil beats up on, or not Phil, but Earl beats up on Phil a little bit too much too. Just because Phil is political, but that's Phil. That's who he is. Yeah. And I get it. I get political at times. You know, I try not to, but I do.
Well, you don't push it on anybody. That's the other thing. You know?
Exactly. You don't want to push that on somebody else.
No, you can state your business, but
you know, I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I got my best friend is Democrat. I'm not. I'm Republican. And there was a time where he tried to push that on me, and we finally had a discussion. I said, dude, you and I get along great. We're best friends. But until it comes to politics, let's just not talk politics. Yeah, and we do. We still today. We still get along great.
Yeah. 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 Feels like cool.
Cool,
yes,
Phil.
Phil, you are cool.
I do, Phil. I do respect you.
I stick up for you.
Really do. You're a cool guy, buddy.
You know, it's like the Damon and Okra thing. You know, it's you know, once you beat a dead horse, it's done. You know,
it's kind of like me and my third nipple on my forehead. People, it got to the point where, like, okay, guys, I got a mole on the forehead.
Yeah. You've milked the nipple for all it's worth.
Come on, man, let's milk it.
You know? Get new material.
I find it funny. I do. It is funny. I'd probably do the same thing if it's somebody else, you know?
Yeah, when it comes up naturally, and it's just part of the conversation, that's one thing.
Talked to a doctor about having it removed. She said, well, you'd have a scar there. I was like, well, then everybody would be wondering what the fuck the scar's for.
Yeah.
I had a nipple removed.
And with your luck, it would look like a starfish. So then you'd have,
Oh my God, Lisa, I can't believe you said that, but you're right. That makes me want to play that song. David wrote a song about the starfish, and I got it right here. You guys want to hear it? Wait for the comments. Here's the starfish song. Hope you can hear it.
Brown hairy starfish's toes in a motel. Nipple on my forehead, it's a moonshiner's tale. Sun shining bright, the summery swell. Feeling alright, a story to tell. Brown hairy starfish's toes in a motel. Nipple on my forehead, it's a moonshiner's tale. Ocean breeze, a salty kiss. Dreaming of seas, a sandy bliss. Laughter and fun, a summery miss. Memories made, a heartfelt kiss. Brown hairy starfish's toes in a motel.
I gotta stop it there. So for those of you that don't know about that song and why he wrote that song, it was AI written, but we were all on. I was bored one night. I was on Facebook and I saw Lisa Day, I saw John Benz and Shadow on a podcast. I was like, well, what the hell is this podcast? It's American Whiskey. And I went in there, I was watching, and at first I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I was kind of perturbed by it a little bit. I was like, why my friends follow this guy? He's kind of weird. So they saw that there's two Mark Morgans in on there. And they're like, what the hell's going on here? And this has got to be some kind of freaky shit. Some guys in here trying to sham on us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we went in there. We offered, hey, we'll come on live to show you we're two different people. And we did. And they still didn't believe it. It was like, no, there's some kind of sham going on here. There's no way there's two different Mark Morgans in here on the same podcast. There's no way. The coincidence is way too far. It's not happening. It can't be. So one of them, I won't say any names, asked the question to me. In fact, I think it was to both of us, but I answered. If you found yourself in a motel room and some guy, you woke up with some strange guy was sucking on your toes, what would you do? Well, I'm not going to say how I answered, but I answered honestly, and it wasn't pretty. And I got kicked off of Facebook for 3 days for hate speech. But that's what it all transpired from. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, hey, that's where it came from.
You were one of the first people I'd ever seen come on there outside of the American Whiskey guys. They hardly ever would bring anybody in.
No,
so you were one of the first
they
people.
Didn't want to, but we're trying to prove a point. They didn't want to bring us up.
Yeah,
they probably did. In fact, you had a picture of it. I thought I might have a picture of it.
Yeah, I had the picture of you two together.
Yeah, I don't think I have it on here, but yeah, we do have a picture of it. Lisa snapshotted it and sent it to me. I don't have it on this particular one, but yeah. And Shadow has, in fact, he was on the militia group a couple of weeks ago. Shadow came on.
I think I haven't. I've sent you 10,000 pictures, so it's probably
Yeah,
buried. But
well, mine, I have them for separate, different shows and whatnot, but I don't have them on this show for the Ditch Witch. But yeah, it was kind of. In fact, I was pissed at first, but then the more I thought about it, I laughed. I was like, "These stupid assholes." They were two different people. We were talking. I mean, but hey, and then I pointed out the fact that there's 6 Mark Morgans here in Orlando. One lives 5 miles from me. Has the same middle initial as me. That's fucked up.
well, the first friend request I got from him, I shit canned it because I thought it was just a spammer. The first friend request I got from Mark Morgan from Shadow.
And Shadow sends me text and stuff. Hey, do you know so and so? He's asking to friend me. In fact, Shadow had a story to tell that he applied for the show. Well, he says right here, like to grace the screen with my beauty once in a while. Yes, sir. Absolutely, Shadow. Dude, that picture you came up with is awesome, buddy, that you created. It's
Yes.
I love it. But shit, I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Christ, I'm back to November 2024
Wow.
in the pictures.
Damn. That's can you share it or no?
I'm still looking.
Oh. You're going back into pictures that far back. Okay.
Yep.
Damn, was that long ago? Shit. Then I get to meet, I finally met Sturge at Alfredo's jar release there in Sugarlands. I wasn't impressed.
No.
That's just me. I mean, if you and John Vance or whoever likes to follow those guys, by all means, everybody has their own thing and who they follow and what they like to watch and stuff like that. I get it. I really do. We all have our own preferences and stuff, so it's all good.
Wow, you've changed a lot since that picture.
Oh, I have?
Yeah.
I know I have.
I just sent it to you.
It's all alcohol related. That's what it is. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Yep, there it is. Let me see if I can share it.
That was
I don't know if I can share it. It's not letting me. Dadgummit. Why won't it let me? That's weird. Oh,
August
shit.
2024.
Let me see if I can bring it up again. Let's see. Lisa takes a photo. There it is. There we are. Oh, my God. Holy shit. I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Damn. Let me see if I can share this. This is me and Shadow when we were on American Whiskey. Check this out. That's fucked up. I hate to show this because this is like, really? Damn, I was a fat fuck. There you go.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, you have changed a lot.
Damn. My face is like, bloop. Shadow, you look good, buddy.
Yeah, he hasn't changed much. The last picture I got of him.
He looks pretty damn good, too.
Yeah, he does.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop for sharing that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's the picture. We were both on there at the same time. They still didn't believe it's two different people. Like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys were on there. I just took a screenshot of it. I was like, I'm going to save that.
Right? I'm glad you did.
It's come up a few times.
I deleted 14 Moonshine and Still groups today. I won't be a part of any more. Down 7 groups. And contemplating which of those are going to disappear. Yeah, Shadow, I hear you, buddy. There's a lot that I'm involved in, and I get a lot more requests all the time. Every day, I'm like, God damn, I'm already a part of like 30. Are you kidding me? I can't keep up with all these.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I started to say. It was I have seen better lucky heads on top of beer mugs. You're right, Morgan. You're right. Oh, that's funny. No, the fact that I tried to comment on the fact that that other Mark Morgan who lives really close to me. There was one time I was at work and I threw my back out, and I was working third shift, and I went to the ER, and the doctor prescribed me some pain meds, and I went to the closest one to my house, pharmacy that was close to my house to open. They just opened. I went in as soon as they opened. I mean, I was in pain. I could hardly walk. Go in there, throw up my prescription, and I was the only person in there. And it was taking forever for these people to fulfill my prescription. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm in pain. I want to go home. I want to go to bed. And I go up to the counter. As I walk up to the counter, a cop walks up to the counter. And I asked the pharmacist, what's taking so long? Can we get this thing filled? And he looked over at the cop. The cop says, can I see some ID? And I showed him my ID, and he goes, all right. And he looks at the pharmacist, Mark Morgan, and the pharmacist says, well, we got a Mark Morgan that comes in here frequently, and we know you're not him. We thought you were some kind of scam trying to come in and get pain meds. And I was like, fuck, man. Yeah, it can get confusing, especially when he's got the same initial, the middle initial. It's like, God damn it.
When I first got married, there was another Lisa Day, and her husband's name was David, like mine. So we were both David and Lisa Day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we lived right in the same.
Lisa, I feel your pain.
Yeah, we lived right in the same. She was a little bit prissier than I am.
A little prissier.
A little prissier. Charlie's trying to figure out her laser engraver. That'll be cool.
Charlene, I've been wanting to do that myself, but just don't have the time and patience and money. So that's off to you. Old pick shot. Okay, Shadow, I'll do a shot. This is 10 months. I pulled this out of the jar or out of the barrel. That was 10 months aged. Get a good color to it. It's got a great flavor to it. It really does. The nose isn't quite what the flavor is, but it's I'm happy with it. I'm gonna give it 2 more months. Hopefully the nose will have what it does on the flavor, and hopefully the oak doesn't ruin the flavor. I don't think it will. It's got a great oak flavor to it. It's got the caramel coming through just a little bit. Man, it's just not there. The nose isn't just quite there. But it tastes good. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Oh, I proofed it also, by the way. When it went in, it was 110 proof. I proofed it yesterday. It was 100 proof. So it's gone down 10, but that's kind of where I want it. I hope it stays at 100 proof.
Yeah. Not got down much more.
The damn jets are chasing each other over the top of my house. What?
No.
Oh, you're by the fort. You're getting some dog fights going on there, Charlene. I used to love going out and watching those dog fights. There's a place in up by Cassie, my daughter, up in Pensacola. There's a place up there, Fort Pickens. They have a Navy base up there, and the dog fights used to go on. I happened to go up there one weekend. I did a camp out for a week. I took me and my dog. I went up there at Fort Pickens, Florida. I was camping out. They doing dog fights early in the morning. I mean, they woke everybody up. They did those little flybys down low.
Yeah.
Woke everybody up. We all come out of our tents and cameras like, what the fuck was that? Then we all went out to the beach and watched them do the dog fights. Oh man, that was amazing.
Yeah. I have some pictures of the low flying. They come here and they go into the mountains to train into the mountains, doing low flying in the mountains.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's wild. You know how big that plane is, and you see the mountain behind it. It makes you know how vast it
And
is.
then when they go in between them and go through those gullies and shit, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, dude, you got some balls of steel.
Yeah, that's what they train here for.
Yeah, it's amazing watching those guys. I love watching it.
I sent out a few pictures of the ice climbers out here, and a lot of these people are here, to train for Everest because the conditions are the same, and it's amazing to watch them. It's
Yeah.
makes you feel really small. How you look at the ice caves and stuff, and it's like, da da da. And then you see somebody up there, and they're like the size of an ant. It's like, wow.
Yeah, Charlene.
Amazing.
Right. Like Roy Werner said, talk to Roy
Collier. Yep.
Collier,
Roy
yeah.
Collier, yeah.
Yes, he's been doing some engraving, so talk to him. He can give you some pointers. Absolutely. He's been doing some pretty cool stuff too.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
there's quite a few videos on YouTube and stuff you can catch up on. You start looking,
So back to herbal stuff.
Yes, sir.
Hope to have Amelia back on soon. I've reached out to a couple others, haven't heard back from them. Hopefully I will soon, but I'd be happy having Amelia back and back and back. I would. She's awesome. I love her to death. She's got a lot of information, got a lot of good stuff out there. I will be reaching out to her personally. Hopefully I'll become her personal friend because she's got a lot of stuff that I want to know about and partake in as well. I'm not sure if I'm doing it next week, but we're going to do the trivia thing. And to my benefit, the prices of those kits have come down. So, like, hey, but the winner,
really?
Yeah, they went from 138 to 129. Yeah.
Nice.
So, Lisa and I are going to put together some questions for you guys about herbal stuff, and a lot of it's going to be about who we've had on, what we've talked about on these podcasts. A lot of it's going to be about Amelia tonight. Some of it, I should say, not a lot, but some of it's going to be about that. So I hope you've paid attention and watched and learned and took notes. But yeah, there's going to be other stuff on there. There's going to be some stuff out there that's going to be like, you're going to be reaching. I know you're going to be Googling. But that's okay too. But the winner, the person who answers the most questions correctly, will be getting that apothecary kit.
Nice.
It's awesome. I love it. I used it today. I did a lot of videos today because I had some time and I wanted to knock out a bunch of them so I wouldn't have to worry about, okay, I got to do this week. Every week, I didn't want to have to worry about doing it every week. So I knocked out about 5 of them.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So, but it's an awesome kit, you guys. I swear by it. I love it. I wish I was selling it on TikTok. I really do. I wish I had it on my TikTok as a sales item because I would be promoting it like tomorrow. It is an awesome kit. It comes with everything you need to do whatever. I did notice today, or actually I mentioned this before, that there's some things in there that call for the ingredients that aren't in the kit, but you will have in your pantry. Like cloves and stuff like that. You're going to have it. Cinnamon, stuff like that. That came up today. Some cinnamon sticks and cloves. But yeah, I can't wait to share it. I can't wait to have whoever wins it share it and try out this stuff and see for themselves what I'm talking about. It does. It comes with everything you need. It comes with the measuring tools, the cooking tools, the strainers. It comes with the bottles. It comes with the eyedroppers. It comes with everything you could possibly need.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
And it comes with like 60 different remedies. And some of them are very easy. There's a couple I did today. I just read through them on the book rather than actually doing it because they were just too easy. You know, it was like, why bother cooking it? It's just a couple of them were for congestion, like you do the mullein in echinacea. You boil it and just let it steam. Put a towel over your head and breathe it in.
Yeah, thyme. Yeah, thyme is a really good one. Yeah.
So it was like, I'm not going to do that video. I'm just going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, there's a lot of good information, and I'm concentrating on the cold and flu remedies for now, right now, because that's what we're in, is cold flu season. So, Roy, you're right. She is very knowledgeable. Wow, I can't wait to reach out and find out more and pick at her brain some more, Roy. Shadow, I used to deliver to those bases in Florida years ago, especially Jacksonville area. Cool. Yeah. Growing up in Jacksonville, I never saw any dog fights in Jacksonville. They got the Navy base there. They got the Marine base. They got the Army base. Jacksonville, in fact, you say that, Shadow, when I had my drone, I still have my drone, but when I used to fly, there were certain areas, I was so confined to certain areas because all the military bases, I couldn't fly my drone. Black zone, it would not fly. There's one guy, a coworker, I went to his house, and I wanted to show him my drone and how it flew and stuff. I went to his house. He was real close to the airport there in Jacksonville. It would not take off the ground. It went up the ground and it landed, and it came on my screen. Cannot fly in this area. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, but there was a couple areas I was able to fly in Jacksonville. I had a lot of fun flying that drone, and I got to get back into that. Hey, Freddie, how you doing, buddy? Freddie Picard.
Freddie.
There's a man that gets around a lot.
Freddie.
John Johnson says, speaking of the flu, I already got it. Oh, damn, John. John, tune in next week. I'll post a video of Unc in the kitchen with Unc. I have it's kind of late, but I'll share it with you anyway, John. I haven't downloaded it on here yet, but it's to help you get through it. It's to give you all the vitamins and nutrients you need while you're going through the flu. That's what this one remedy I have that I just did a video about. It help you get through that, buddy. I'll try to send that over to you, John, just so you can have it. And I hope you're following me on Facebook. If not, it's going to be hard for me to send it over to you, buddy. But yeah, it's a good remedy to help you get through it and give you all the nutrients you need to help fight off all that stuff and to keep you up and going while you're going through that flu, buddy. It's a really good remedy. All these are. They're really awesome. Okay, John, good. Yeah, I'll look for you tomorrow, John, and I'll send that video over to you. Help you with that.
I just sent the thing over to Charlene when she was sick, and it's the natural hydroxychloroquine. I guess it's what they give you when you're sick, and it was a lot of citrus peels. Boiling citrus peels. I can't remember. I sent it to Charlene. I'll have to look for it. But
that being said, Lisa, I'm not limiting all my remedies and stuff off this apothecary kit. I just want to share those information with you. That's what I have readily and available. But I also did a remedy on my arthritis. I swear by this. Man, it's helped me so much. I have no pain. I move my finger. You guys saw me a while back. I couldn't make a fist before. Now it's no issue. I'm not saying there's not a little discomfort there, but it's not near like it was.
Right. And what is that?
It's a simple remedy. It's very simple. It's 7 tablespoons of raw honey. It has to be raw, not pasteurized, not filtered. It has to be real honey. 1 tablespoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of ginger. I used a teaspoon of cinnamon, and just a little bit of black pepper. Mix it all up. Take a teaspoon every day. Oh my God.
Yeah.
In 2 days' time, I was like, holy shit. Oh my God.
Nice.
You guys, I come on here and I tell you, oh, it's not the, oh, I'm not going to say this is the awe, but it's really close.
Yeah.
It really is. And I think it makes a big difference on it being the raw natural honey. I reached out to a local beekeeper. I just got the honey the other day. I ordered 4 2-pound bottles from my local beekeeper. He's probably like 6 miles down the road. Rather than going and getting it myself, I had it shipped to save on my time and all that shit.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell the difference, and I highly recommend. And I've heard other herbalists talk about this. Get from your local beekeeper, because you're in that environment, and that pollen from those flowers and stuff in your environment are going to benefit you more because you're getting more of it. It's in that honey.
Yeah.
And I ordered the wild flower because that just means they're just getting from flowers all around the area, just different flowers that are going to benefit you or not. Either way, the honey will. And I will say this about when you're doing a tincture or any kind of stuff with honey, if you're doing a tincture or elixir or whatever, when you're doing it with heat, when you're adding it to something that's hot, make sure it's not too hot because it's going to destroy the good properties, the pollens from the honey. So just make sure it's room temperature, warm, even warm, but not hot, not straight off the stove.
Right.
Get in there, mix it up, let it dissolve into whatever concoction you're making.
Well, you get those antihistamines.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And honey has a lot of antihistamines, a lot of inflammatory properties. And I talk about that in the videos, but yeah, this one I love. This one I got off of Facebook. This one just came random. Boop, popped in. I thought, let me try it. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, Roy, I'll send that to you, what I sent Charlene. The other one was onions in honey.
Onion and garlic. Another one's garlic too. Onions and garlic.
Yeah, for influenza.
You know, a lot of stuff you guys, and myself included, get on Facebook and TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Some of these things you're like, was it going to really work? You don't know until you try. So that's why I tried it. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I got all these ingredients. I'm going to try it. And I did. Really glad I did. Really glad I did. It's got that bitter taste to it because the turmeric and the pepper. But you know what? The honey overrides it. It's no big deal. You just take a spoonful of it and you're good. It's really easy to do. It's very tasty. Again, I use the wildflower honey. Before I was using that raw honey from Walmart, which I found out later that it's not real honey. It's fake. It's just a sweetener. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, we'll do a whole other segment on that sometime at some point. I want to do a segment on the honey, the stuff that you buy at the store. The worst one was Walmart brand honey, and the other one, the second worst one was shit. What is that? It's I can't think of the name of the store. Damn it.
Costco. Was it Costco?
No, it's
Market Basket.
It's a real popular store.
Oh, yes, that's right.
They came out with the gay stuff, and then everybody banned them because of it. The gay clothing. Shit.
Oh, it was Target.
Target. Yeah, Target. That was it. Target. They're the second worst. Don't buy honey from Target. Make sure, dude, and there's so many local beekeepers unless you're out there at least a day's area. Make sure they're everywhere. When I looked it up on the internet, I cannot believe how many are so close to me. I got one that's 5 miles from me. I didn't use him because he's more in town local. I used a guy that was 9 miles from me that's more in a farmland area. Less acceptable to pesticides and stuff like that. I'll be right back.
That recipe for the get back there hydrochloroquine was 3 organic grapefruit, and you want the organic ones because they don't you're using the peels, so you don't want any of that stuff on the outside. And 2 organic lemons. Cut and take out all the edible pieces. Keep it for snacking. Cut up the peel and pith and put it in a pot of water. Have about 3 inches above the citrus peels. Simmer it for 2 hours. Strain and refrigerate. Take 2 tablespoons a day when you're not feeling well. And the other one was the onions with sugar. It was sugar that you put the onions in with. And raw onion, stronger the better. Cut the onion in half, inch thick, 2 tablespoons of sugar, sprinkled over it in a bowl, microwave for 2 minutes. You could boil it in a saucepan, but it makes a syrup. And you take it while it's hot, but you can rewarm it up.
I need to write that down before I forget. John, I want to share that with you. Let me write that down before I forget.
I sent those to Roy.
Let's see. John Johnson. I want to make sure I said that to you. I haven't downloaded them yet, so I don't have them available, but I'll make sure I do that tomorrow, John. I want to make sure I get that over to you. And again, I want to reiterate on what we talked about with Amelia, was the fact if your gut's not right and you're not getting the right nutrients and supplements and stuff like that, and the vitamins, you're not going to get everything you need. It might help you a little bit, but if your gut's exactly right where it needs to be, then, dude, it's going to help you 100%.
Yes, yeah.
But my point, though, to it, John, is the fact that even if it helps a little bit, it can't hurt. And then you'll know for the future, too.
Yeah. Like she said, a lot of the foods, a lot of the wheat, is a problem with.
And I think we've talked about that before, Lisa, where, a lot of the stuff that we talk about that, you might talk about something that's homegrown or whatever, but we don't know what kind of pesticides or what kind of herbals, what kind of
antifungals and
nutrients they put into it. But all that comes to play. It does. Whatever goes into the plant goes into you. So it's kind of like, unless you're growing it yourself, it's like, well, fuck.
The other thing is a lot of water to flush it out. You can, if your stomach has enough water and it's able to, mix that stuff, and make it more soupy, you digest it better and it's used better. Not many of us drink the water that we're supposed to drink. I don't, so having that water. But the other thing was a lot of the things she said, like the high fiber foods, that irritates your gut lining. So a lot of the things were to be cooked, like eating an apple doesn't sound like it's bad for you, but it's harsh on the coarse side, whereas applesauce is easier to use.
But at the same time, in her book, she talks about how it's better to do the apple as an apple because you're getting the fibers rather than the juice. The fibers and everything, it takes longer to break down. So your sugar intake and all that from the fruit itself, rather versus an apple juice, which all that sugar and everything all at once, where in an apple it breaks it down slowly and you're getting the fiber and it makes you fuller faster.
Right.
If you just drink apple juice, you'll get that rush right away. But then later on, you're looking for that rush again, and you're not as full. You're hungry, so then you eat more.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
good.
remember my mother, she had angina, the fluid around her heart. And she was like, "Oh, I don't want to drink too much. I got enough water around my heart." Well, that's not the cause of it.
Right.
I mean, it's taking water out of your system to put it there, but her cardiovascular wasn't working like it should to flush that water.
Right.
And so that water had to have a place to go. So it would go in their ankles, it was going around her heart. And, once you start getting fluid in your ankles, you're going to start getting that uric acid and start to get gout.
And I found the same thing where that water doesn't go where it needs to go. And mostly I find it when I'm drinking heavy. If I drink it really heavy, my ankles will swell up.
Yeah. 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 Your body is trying to store that water.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep, your body's trying to store that water. It's
What
like, I'll just store
in the morning.
it.
No, but that's good, John. That's a good point. And I'm glad you drink that much water. After I got my kidney stones years ago, I make sure I drink a lot of water for that reason, and it also helps with that as well.
Yeah, I don't drink much water.
For your body, and that's why you see me turn my camera off on my mic, because I'm going to pee a lot. It's not because I'm drinking a lot of alcohol. I'm drinking a lot of water with it.
Yeah. I make sure I fill my cups right up with ice, because that's, I don't drink much water. So I make sure my cups are full right up with ice. And
I think the recommended for each individual on an average basis, 8 glasses a day.
Yeah.
That's not, when you think about it, it's really not a lot. When you think about what you drink, if you supplemented your Coke or all that, whatever you drink, if you supplemented that all with water, you're drinking 8 glasses a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll post those recipes if anybody wants them. I'll post them.
Absolutely. So
when I got the hydrochloroquine one, it was falsely labeled, and it said ivermectin at the top, and it's like that's not ivermectin. And I put hydrochloroquine across the top, hydroxychloroquine across the top to what it was, and saved it. But it's a neat recipe. Not hard to do.
I will say this about water as well. When you're drinking, it's good to drink water while you're drinking. It helps you hydrate, because the alcohol dehydrates you. If you drink water with the alcohol, it helps hydrate you, and you won't be hungover the next morning or feel bad. The reason you feel bad is because you're so dehydrated from the alcohol.
Yeah, and all that sugar has to go somewhere, so it makes you have the headache. Another one, Roy, with the migraines. Have anybody said to you about cream of tartar for the migraines?
Cream of tartar, I swear by that.
Yeah, migraines.
Here's a funny story for you. And this falls back into religion as well. My Aunt Sarah, my great Aunt Sarah, awesome lady, Bible thumper this woman was the Bible thumper of all Bible thumpers. She carried that Bible everywhere she went, and she would preach the word of God. She would.
Yeah.
She had breast cancer way back, 1960. And she had some memories. She had some memories. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. And the doctors could not believe that it just went away, because she was taking cream of tartar.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, personally, my belief on the cream of tartar thing is because she believed it was going to cure her. It was because she believed. And that's why I say that.
Yeah.
Cured her of breast cancer.
Yeah. The cream of tartar, it's a pinch of cream and tartar You put it under your tongue, and you take a teaspoon, not like a coffee stirring teaspoon, a measuring teaspoon of cream of tartar, and put it in with a little glass of water and drink it. And they said that helps with migraines.
Her remedy was you take a teaspoon, a regular teaspoon out of your drawer of cream of tartar, put it in your mouth, down it with a glass, 8 ounce glass of water.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
Well,
that shit is nasty.
I think that's why they have you put the pinch in under your tongue, because the membrane under your tongue and the skin, that's where you get the quickest delivery.
Yep.
Of homeopathic,
I learned that when I was in school. The quickest path is under the tongue for anything.
Yeah, it's the softest
When
tissue.
you one of the worst places, like say you're spraying insecticides or whatever, make sure you wear goggles, because the worst place, if you get that in your eye, in the eyes, it's the most absorbed and it goes the quickest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Roy, I'm telling you, buddy.
Yeah, cream of tartar.
Cream of tartar is the nastiest tasting stuff you'll ever put in your mouth, but it works.
Yeah, you'll want to put a little bit of mouthwash maybe in the cup for flavor, or you do them drops. You could put flavor drops in it. You really don't want to drink mouthwash, I guess.
Yeah, man. I did that for years. Also, the cream of tartar, that's why I was doing it, is because it also helps with acne.
Huh. Yeah.
I had acne real bad, and when I had acne bad, I was bad. And when I started doing that cream of tartar on a daily basis, a teaspoon of that down in the water, my acne cleared up. Never had an issue. Never had an issue.
Huh.
That's old time remedies.
I'll look and see if I can't find the article. Yeah, I'll look and see if I can't find the article. I know I saved it, but it's one of those things. You save so much stuff.
If your teenage kids are having acne problems, they won't want it. They won't like it. I'm telling you, they won't like it. Because I'm telling you, cream of tartar is one of the nastiest things you'll put in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's just really tart. It's very powerful. It's like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, I will say 5 times a warhead. Yeah, it's like, whoa, what the hell is that? What did I do? You want to spit that out in a heartbeat. But no, it works. It's good.
Yeah. I'll look for the article.
It definitely cleared up my acne. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to Google that as far as acne. But that was just a remedy my aunt gave me, and she swears it cured her cancer, her breast cancer. So hey,
Well,
the doctors couldn't believe it. They were like, "You're cured. What the hell? We don't know what happened. What'd you do? What are you doing different?"
yeah.
They couldn't believe it.
Well, they say cancer doesn't like a acidic
Right.
body. It likes a sweet body.
Cancer,
So maybe that cream of tartar was just sour,
Cancer loves sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, they say cancer loves a sweet body. It doesn't like an acidic body.
Absolutely right. Well, what an awesome podcast. I'm glad we had the viewers we had. And I love the comments. I really appreciate you guys coming in here and learning all this stuff and being a part of it. And I really hope that we can get Amelia back on here. It wasn't brought up tonight, but Amelia has not just written 6 books, but she's also written some other books under another name before she got married. Is under Amelia Rittner. You can Google it on Amazon. She's written some other books as well. And we didn't talk about, she did in the beginning. She talked about before she got married, she wrote some other books. But yeah.
Yeah, murder mysteries type.
I think it was. I'm not sure, Lisa, if it was or not, but yeah, something along those lines. She did a 1, 2, and 3 on this book, and it had to do with computers and stuff. So, but I need to look into that more before I even talk. I shouldn't even say anything without knowing, but yeah, she is a writer. She is a writer. And
Very
that being
good.
said, I also want to say, because I saw uh, something that she posted on Facebook earlier, that just because somebody's a writer doesn't mean they're rich. She is spot on about that, because I know my brother wrote a book, never made a dime. He wrote a good book, good book,
Yeah.
never made a dime off of it. And the only way they make any money on these books is like referrals. So if you read a book or you buy a book or something, that goes on to as a referral, even if you just buy it. But if you make comments about it or make a blog about it, that brings the referrals up.
Yeah.
That brings the cost up, and then they start getting kickbacks from that. So if you buy any of Amelia's books or whatever, make sure you make comments about it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, even if it's a bad comment, they're still going to get reviews, and
Right.
so that they're going to get commissions off of that. But yeah, they don't make shit off of that until they start getting comments or reviews or whatever.
Yeah.
She made a comment about that earlier.
An algorithm all its saying, all on its own,
Exactly.
especially now with computers being the way they are, they can sniff those right out.
Right.
Just like hits on a website, just as long as you go onto the website, it's a hit,
It's a hit.
like
It's a hit.
TikTok videos, if you stay for 10 seconds, it's counts more.
John says tartaric acid is also good for egg whites. Okay. We're eating egg whites. I think can't do without it. Okay. Sure, John, dude, you've been a big part of this comments, and I appreciate that a lot, buddy. Really, been a big part of it.
Does it make the peaks in your egg whites better or something? People make meringues, and they have the peaks.
Right.
Does it make it thicker? Maybe.
Fluffier.
Yeah. More stand-up-ish.
Hey, maybe I ought to use that somewhere else.
Yeah, be dipping right in. I love our technical terms, though. More stand-up-ish.
There you go.
I get what we tell,
Damn it, I'm out of beer. That sucks.
Made sure I made a drink before I came in. I've got root beer schnapps and root beer.
Ooh. I finished off my root beer the other night. Actually, it was on when I was. Damn, you got very little there, girl. I went live Saturday night after I was off work, and that's when we announced the 2 uncles in a jar.
Yes, that's gonna be fun.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff planned, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And but I finished off my root beer that night. He wanted me to do another shot. Dude, I already finished my root beer. What the fuck? Don't work for eggplant. Not sure about the science, but I think it stabilizes them. Okay. Don't work for eggplants. All right.
Uh-huh.
John, you're in the right group, man. I'm glad you're
Makes
here.
them keep shape.
Lisa and I talk about this all the time, and I've said this over and over and over. We learn a lot from you guys. We really do. And I appreciate you making these comments and coming here and doing that. Because we learn a lot from you guys. We don't know it all by all means, especially me. Lisa knows a whole lot more than I do. But dude, I learned a lot from you guys. I love it.
It's been a great refresher course for me because it's been a few years, since I was really into it.
Yeah.
And I took a few years off trying to survive and make that money, and get my act together. And so it's been a great refresher course for me.
Well, that being
Getting
said,
back into it.
it's just like I always say, and if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
It's like me going to horticulture school. I've forgotten more than I have ever learned. I've forgotten so much shit about horticulture because I never used it. I never practiced it. And with with Amelia, you know, she practices it every day. You know,
Yeah.
she knows it's all refreshed. It's all there. It's all, you know. And she was making statements tonight, exact word for word, the things that are in her book. I was like, I just read that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, John. We appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys following and watching and making comments, yeah, we would. This podcast wouldn't be so.
It's a lot more fun, you know.
Absolutely, it is. It makes it more entertaining, a lot more fun, and a lot more educational as well. So
Yeah.
I love to
I've
learn.
learned. I've learned. Don't look up H.P. Laurie and expect a little flower. Thank you, Mark Morgan. Shadow.
I knew it wasn't me because I didn't send that to you.
I thought that was going to be a flower for sure. I looked that up and it was some kind of intestinal worm or something.
Well, you know,
Not as cute as I thought it was.
that's going to be a topic at one point. It's, you know, these different kind of worms that we have floating around in our body that we don't even know that exist. So that's going to be
Yeah.
another.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like that worm. I don't know how many people I sent that to. I sent it to a bunch of people. The worm that was in our garden, and that's one of them worms that the bears carry. You know, a tapeworm or whatever it is.
Ringworm, all of it.
You know,
People
so
don't. In the horticulture world, those things are called nematodes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they do. They get into your body, they get into your system, whether you realize it or not. And they take up a lot of those nutrients and vitamins that you use on a daily basis for your body. But those little guys, they take them up or they block them or whatever. So it's important that you do a cleanse.
I remember one of the first videos that I saw on Facebook. It was the guy that does like the BBC Nature commentary, and he's very, you know, British, you know, accent guy there,
Yeah.
and he was talking about a sea cucumber, and the sea cucumber had this little thing that crawled up its butt, and it would eat the stuff that came out, you know. And it was like, it was beneficial because then the sea cucumber didn't have to use so much energy to poop because it had that thing eating, you know. And it was like win-win. I thought I'd die laughing. It was just, it's a win-win.
I've seen that. I do remember that. That was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a win-win.
The sea cucumbers are very poisonous to the saltwater aquariums. I know that from experience. I used to have a saltwater aquarium. Sea cucumbers are awesome. They're awesome to watch. And like, wow, they're so cool. Dude, if they get scared for whatever reason, they put off this toxin that kills everything in the aquarium. You just die. Just
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, sea cucumbers are not cool.
For diabetes, it's hard because everybody has a different metabolism with diabetes.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a diet thing kind of more than it's what herbs could you add. And it's a circulatory, you know, you keeping your blood pumping to clean that stuff out.
That, like Lisa said, that's a huge window there.
Yeah.
And like we talked about earlier with Amelia, it has a lot to do with gut health. And from what I know of John Boy's on the road a lot. He's all over the place. And just like a lot of us, myself included, I refer to those fast food real quick. Oh, I'm hungry. Boop, real quick. I'm busy. I got a busy life. I'm going to get this burger. Boop, order this one. It doesn't help.
Well, a lot of the sauces that you use are high in sugar. You know, like a barbecue sauce and molasses and, you know, those type things that are high in sugar, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hidden, you know, you're thinking, oh, it's just a teaspoon of barbecue sauce. Well, you know, you add that, you know, 5 times a week, 6 times a week, and it adds up, you know? Diabetes is a hard one. It's how you flush. It's a lot of water. It's your diet.
Yep.
It's a
I
hard
heard
one.
I heard cinnamon helps with diabetes. John, it does, but yet again, then it depends on your diet. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, you can have cinnamon and take cinnamon every day, all day long, but if until you change your diet, it's not going to help.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're putting 3 scoops of sugar in your coffee in the morning and, having a cinnamon stick in your hot
You're
cocoa, it's not going to make the difference.
right.
That somebody.
I added that into my mushroom coffee that I have every morning. I added cinnamon, but unless I change my diet, it's not going to help. It's really not.
Yeah.
And Shadow says, haven't eaten fast food for 19 years. Awesome, buddy. That stuff really isn't healthy at all. No, you're right. Absolutely. Any fast food, it's all processed food, dude. Come on. I mean, if they're going to make this stuff, put it in the freezer, ship it to all these different McDonald's all over the fucking planet. I mean, how healthy can it be?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, after losing, he says, lost 35 pounds, struggling after losing weight. Fat holds a lot of things. Fat keeps a lot of water in it. It keeps a lot of glucosamine, chondroitin,
Yep.
the stuff that lubricates your joints and stuff.
Glucosamine.
Fat keeps a lot of that in it too. Fat stores things. So not being fat, you lack the storage of the things that help you.
And like Amelia was talking earlier, fat's a good thing. It is. Eating fat is a good thing. It's just what kind of fats are you eating. So,
Right. Right.
Sorry, using honey. Shadow, I used to sweeten my coffee all the time with sugar. I went away from sugar to sweet and low, and now I use nothing but honey. It's a great natural sweetener, and it's healthy for you. So, yes, by all means, Shadow.
Yeah.
You don't want your coffee too hot when you add the honey because it's going to deplete a lot of those beneficial minerals that you're going to get, like the pollen stuff from different plants. No, you're right, dude. It's the modern. It's the modern world. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I did it the other day. I didn't have time to cook dinner. I looked at the wife and said, "Are you okay with me going to get KFC?" Yeah, well, I'll eat whatever you got. Off to KFC I went.
Yeah.
It's just it's hard. It's the world we live in. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It really is.
But on the scale of bad for you, I mean, KFC isn't that bad other than the fat it's fried in. Right. Chicken is really good for you.
The fat in the chicken is good for you, but when it's fried in is bad for you.
Right. It's the leftovers of the fat it's fried in.
Yeah, processed food is hard not to eat. You're right, buddy, because it's so convenient. And we all of us live in this fast-paced world. On my days I'm working, what's so easy? I work 12-hour shift. It's an hour I get there, an hour I get home. That leaves me, 30 minutes to eat? What am I going to
do? Yeah. There's different kinds of fat. You've got a fat person that just sits around and does nothing. There's one kind of fat. You have a very active person that eats a lot of fat. Right. Fat foods and stuff, and they have the extra poundage. So there's different, things of the fat and how, you carry it and how you end up with it.
You're right, John. John, you're spot on, buddy. You're spot on, man.
Yeah,
I'm not a professional at any of this. I'm not. I just go by what I know personally and what I've learned and read and stuff and talked to other people about, but I am no professional whatsoever. So
No. Well, and what worked for you might not work for someone else.
and that's
Because
very
their
true.
metabolism is different, their diet's different, their lifestyle is
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely. It's just like what we talk about in the moonshine community about taste. My taste buds are different than yours.
Yeah. What
might-
about a runza?
I don't know what a runza is.
I don't know.
You got a case of diarrhea?
A runza.
All right, Shadow, I'll do a shot with you, buddy. This is my last shot for the night as well. I say that all the time.
I did the other night.
I'm notorious for saying this. Everybody says, yeah, we know. It's your last one. Okay. Everybody was talking about it on a collective last night and how we're going to make a T-shirt. This is my last shot with a picture of me holding up a shot. This is my last shot, guys. Hey, Roy, I want to tell you something. You know, I was on your show last night with the collective with Frey Dot, and Frey Dot changed my name to Moonshine, Uncle Moonshine, the collective group. I forgot that I didn't know that it stayed that way. So when I went on to go live, it said that when I went to go on my live, I was like, "What? What's that say? What the fuck?" I changed it. I almost went on there with that on there tonight. Cheers. Shots. I can't wait to share that with Brandon. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. He's the one that changed my name.
Ooh, that one has a little bit more bite to it.
That one did too for me, Lisa. What the hell? Must have been down at the bottom of the jar. I don't know. Well, I guess it's a good time to end this. We're into it for 2 hours and 47 minutes. Woo-hoo.
Yes, did good.
It has. It really has. And hats off to Amelia. I'm so glad she came on here. I mean, it was basically on a whim. I never met Amelia, never talked to her other than when I saw her live on TikTok. Lisa mentioned her to me before in the past. I just kind of like, oh, okay, kind of blew it off, if you will. Shame on me, because Lisa is so full of information and so smart. I love my Lisa Day. Lisa, don't ever think I don't appreciate. I do. I might put you on the back burner or some of the things you put to me, but I'm learning and learning more and more. I need to listen to more to Lisa Day because anyway. So I just happened to be on TikTok the other day. It was like 3 or 4 days ago, 5 days ago, and I saw her on. I was like, Lisa Day mentioned her. Went on to her live, and I was listening to what she said. It was exactly what she was saying tonight. Is about all these people want to ask these questions. Quick fix, quick fix, quick fix. Yeah. I kind of laughed, and she did. She too. She laughed. She said, "Well, I have to refer you to."
Yeah.
And so, but I got on there while I was live. I put it in the comments. She read my comment, which comments were flying, right? And she read my comment. She said, "Oh yeah, by all means, I'll be more than happy to come on your podcast." So then we shared information, and there it happened. And I was like, "Hell yeah, it finally worked."
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I like her. I like her energy.
Hell yeah, she's full of energy. By all means, yeah.
Kind of the been there, done that. You know, she's.
She even talked about that tonight. She talks about personal, that she's had personally, like the alcohol and the cigarettes. Well, she never smoked, but the fact that alcohol. Hamburger, cabbage, onion, inside baked dough. Dude, that sounds good, Roy.
Ooh, yeah.
Roy, you don't want to get me on that you in the kitchen thing because you saw that video last night that I posted. Mark Morgan says, "Welcome, yo, the back burner, Lisa. LOL. I stay back on it. LOL. All right, Shadow.
I mean, good company back there just to simmer in.
Oh yeah, Shadow. I love you, buddy. You know I do. We've had personal conversations, and I love having you a part of this. And hope you stay with us. I know you will, and it's going to get better and better as it goes. That being said, I want to reach out one more time about the new podcast coming out. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to go ahead and go through with it. I mentioned to Uncle Joey about it. Hey, it's Super Bowl. We might want to postpone it and do it another Sunday. He said, no, let's just go ahead and do it. Because we know that people are going to go back and watch it later. And that's cool.
Yeah.
So we decided to go with it. Neither one of our teams are in the Super Bowl. So, hey, I'm cool with it. And maybe we'll watch it while we're doing our podcast. But we got a lot of good things planned. And we're spot on page with each other about it. And looking forward to it. We're going to keep you guys laughing and chuckling and having a good time. And looking really forward to Uncle Joey. And it's going to be a good podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun.
My dog back there coughing up a cat.
Coughing up a cat?
I don't know. Like, what the hell?
It's like I was doing those videos about these remedies and stuff when I do or in the kitchen with Unc. My dog's back there moaning and groaning the whole time. I'm like, will you stop already? Hope this isn't coming through on the camera on the video.
My older dogs won't bother a cat, but the little puppy will. She doesn't like them. She just does not like cats.
Huh.
And so Tim has 2 cats. So they stay in the kitchen. We have a little fence, a little gate that goes across the kitchen. And it's been really good. It's been really good. Almost 2 months of it. Pretty good. Well, the cat goes walking across, and my dog and the puppy goes blasting at the gate. So we holler at her not to do that. The cat jumps the gate and starts posturing her. It went down. It was like, holy cow. But the cat was like, I've had enough of you. And he was willing to try it out. Geez, that was awful. She's got a couple scratches on her face and stuff. It's like, cool. Man, the cat's going to kick your ass.
I know. When growing up, I had a cat. And it was a calico. And I got her on my 5th birthday. And this cat was my cat. No question about it. It was my cat. And once a year, she would get pregnant. And every time she got pregnant, she had to have those kittens next to me, no matter what. She would prolong that birth until she was next to me. I can't tell you how many times I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. Mom, Fluff had her kittens.
Yeah.
But it's funny because every time she would get pregnant, she would go out and find the biggest, baddest dog in the neighborhood and pick a fight with it.
Yeah.
It was like, bitch, you're pregnant.
Yeah. She ain't happy about it.
She wouldn't. She'd go out there. We had this rock wall along the street, right? It was like a 3-foot drop to the street. And she would sit on that rock wall and wait for the biggest, baddest dog to walk by. And off she'd go. She'd be all over that dog. I was like, God damn, the fucking cat.
She's like, another batch of kittens. I'm on a suicide mission.
I swear, she was. It was funny as hell. She would whoop that dog's ass.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The cat fucking leaped over that fence and was right on that dog. It's like, holy crap. It went down. And it's been pretty good. It's, she's gone at the gate a couple times and, barked at the cats and stuff. And we give her hell and tell her no and all that. But it's the first time the cat just said, fuck it.
I'm going for it. As she speaks.
Are you all right, Aspen? Go get a drink. Go on, go get a drink.
John says,
Go get it here.
John says, I have 4 cats, 2 dogs. My cats rule the house. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Shadow says, 98% of the calico are female, very seldom any male. Yes, I do know that. Shadow.
Yeah,
Bella,
very rarely.
John says, Bella did that to my wife. And Roy says, cats don't fuck around when they get mad. They don't.
Wow.
Oh, dude, they let it all out, man.
Yeah.
John says, same with my Torty. She is contagious. Roy says, I got a male one, black, gray, and orange. Dude, you know what?
Yeah.
So growing up, when I had my cat Fluff, the calico, I thought she was the most gorgeous cat in the world. She was so beautiful, and I loved her. She is, oh my God. I look back at, it's probably a year ago. I went back looking through family pictures and stuff, and I looked at that cat going, that's the meanest looking fucking cat I've ever seen in my life. That cat looks horrible. My dad,
Aspen.
there's one
Aspen. Get out.
There's one
Get out.
point where she got pregnant, and she had this thing about she would go in my bedroom and pee in my bed when she was pregnant. It was like, what the fuck? So I said something to my dad. I said, well, Dad, what the fuck? How do I keep her from going in there and peeing on my bed? Close your door, son. Okay, cool. That's easy. So I closed my door. She went in his room, pissed on his bed. Fucking cat. He took that cat, hauled her off, took her, dumped her.
Yeah.
Pregnant. She showed up at the house 3 days later. She found her way home. She's making all this noise at the front door, right? He's like, what the fuck? He opened the front door. She looked at him and ran in the house. She had nothing to do with him ever since. But the last time that same coincidence happened, and she never came home again.
Yeah. She either found a spot she liked better or met her demise with a big dog.
Who knows? poor Fluff.
Yeah. Cats don't last long around here if you let them out.
I had a buddy of mine. You said that, Lisa. I talked about this the other night on another podcast where the guys I worked with at this one print shop that I was at for 22 years, there's a group of us on the same press worked together forever. All of us, we got to know each other very well. And one guy didn't show up to work on time. It was unusual for him. It was like, what? We haven't heard from Jim. What the hell's going on? Did he call him? No. What? Well, he came in late, like 30 minutes late. You could tell he's upset. He's all teary-eyed and shit and all upset. And, well, Jim, what's going on, buddy? He said, man, you guys know I got these damn dogs and one of them's blind and I have to let her out to take her out every morning while I'm making my coffee. I have to take her out to go pee because she can't see. She's blind. I have to physically take her out. He took her out in the backyard while he's making his coffee. And while he's making his coffee, he looked at this big old hawk. Came down, grabbed that fucking dog and flew away. I couldn't help but laugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just an oddity, It's
I was like, oh my God. He was mad at me for laughing. I couldn't help it. I was like, I just had this visual.
Yeah.
This fucking hawk coming out of the sky, just whoop, taking his dog and taking off. He never saw his dog again. I was like, son of a bitch. I felt bad for the man. I really did.
Yeah.
The guy I had him at my wedding and all this stuff, but I couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's that uncomfortable laugh when things like that happen.
Yeah.
It's like, are you okay? And you're laughing at the same time.
I mean, I'm just having a visual of this hawk coming down out of the sky.
Yeah.
He's sitting there making coffee, It's like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, the hawk is like, my lucky day.
Yeah. I've been
You
waiting
know?
for this moment for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
He planned it. Yeah, I'm sure he did. He watched it. He watched it happen every day. He knew
Yeah.
that the dog was going to be out there by itself.
Yeah. Just waited for the guy to go away. They say that, coyotes and bear will follow a gunshot because they know something's been killed,
Right?
you know?
Yeah, John. John says I worry about owls and eagles doing that with my chihuahua. Yeah, dude, it happens a lot. And
Yeah.
here in Florida, and people don't realize this. I make this comment a lot too. It's been several years. There's been a lot of people moving to Florida. A lot of people. I think at the time this story came out, there was 900 people a day moving to Florida.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And this one woman, she was on the news. I can't help but laugh about it because it's like, really, lady? She was on the news pissed off at the government that they would allow this fucking bobcat to come up to her house and eat her cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
But-
there's something you can
But
do.
lady, you moved out in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
away from civilization where the bobcats live. Oh, she was so upset. I don't blame her for being upset, but at the same time, don't blame the government.
Yeah. No.
Blame yourself.
Yeah. It's like the lady that called into the radio show and she was all pissed off because the deer didn't use the deer crossing places. They get all those signs that say deer crossing and the deer don't use them.
The deers have to read signs.
It's like,
That cracks me up. Oh,
Chris
my
Palin.
God.
Chris Palin says, "Did you get any sales last night?"
No, I did not, Chris. But hey, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that put out there that you did. And I appreciate that you like my barbecue sauce, buddy. I really appreciate it. I really do. The more of those that I get, the more sales I will get. So, hey,
Yep.
keep plugging that out there and it'll all work out, buddy. It's all good, man.
Yeah,
I wish I was telling you different, going, oh, yeah, I had 100 sales.
yeah. Well,
But-
people will see that weeks from now too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to lie to you, buddy, but no, I didn't have any sales, but that's good, man. But the fact that you put that out there, hey, means 100%, buddy. I appreciate that. I really do.
We were doing a thing the other day with the Facebook. Is like Facebook feeds you what you want to see,
Yep.
right? And if you like, I go to your page on Facebook, and there's a ton of posts that you've posted I haven't seen. It's just Facebook chose not to show them to me because they thought I weren't interested.
Right.
So like if you go to my wall, there'll be things posted there that I've posted you haven't seen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it a lot. I'm like, I've gone to your page and I'm like, what the fuck, Lisa? Lisa, when did you put this? What? Lisa?
Yeah.
This first time I'm seeing this. What the hell, Lisa?
Yeah. You never know what it's on my wall. I post a lot of oddball stuff.
Shadow. Should I get some royalty? That's my name. No, Shadow. It doesn't say Mark Morgan. It says Uncle Moonshine.
There you go.
Delmarva has like 5 or 6 different birds of prey native to it. Delmarva, is that a location, John? 2 different species of owls, 2 different species of buzzards, and 2 different eagles. Okay, cool.
Buzzards aren't so likely to come after something that's alive.
They're
Buzzards like it when it's already cold and stiff.
they're lazy birds. They
Yeah.
I used to years ago when I was in college, I was dating this girl who I couldn't believe it. I was so envious of her. we're in horticulture school together, and she was getting paid by the state to go out and regulate and watch these eagles and take notes of these eagles around a construction area. They wanted to know how these eagles were acting because this construction was going on. The construction had to adhere to the nature of these eagles. They couldn't build, so far from them.
Right.
They couldn't go in certain areas. She had to call the police on them a couple of times because they wanted to go in that area. She was getting paid $100 an hour to do this.
Jesus.
I was like, say what? She would do that 6 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I was like, I want this fucking job. Sit in her car and take notes.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow. It's crazy.
yeah,
But that's how they get their info, how they get
exactly.
their stats.
She was very adamant about it. She was point on and to the T. I said, fuck, I'd be falling asleep. I'd be out there. I get so damn bored watching Eagles. But what a job. Come on. Seriously.
Now they just put a cam up there and put it on the...
Actually, Lisa, they don't. They still have they post it on the county's web pages. They have
No shit.
yeah, they have people apply
Yeah.
for it. And if you apply for it, they'll do your background check or whatever, and then you got the job.
Yeah.
This goes on today. Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, shit, why won't they accept me? They probably checked out my videos on here. That's why.
Yeah, it's the biologist part of it.
Yeah,
They
I've
want
worked
somebody who has...
I have worked with biologists doing the horticulture stuff. I've worked with Disney Wilderness Preserve and worked with a couple of different biologists. And you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, osprey.
Osprey, yeah. We have a lot of osprey here too, Shadow.
I remember watching...
They're confused with eagles. Ospreys are confused a lot with eagles.
I remember when I lived on the river watching the osprey, and he'd come down and get a fish, and he'd turn the fish around so that the fish was facing forward because it's more aerodynamic going through the air. They have a hard time lifting up anyway because they're wet.
Yeah.
And he'd take that fish and switch it right around so it was facing forward. So it's more aerodynamic going through the air. It's crazy.
We had my wife and I went to a function or a festival or something. I don't know. It was in Tampa, and we were on our way back, and I took a wrong turn. Was going down this highway, and as we're going, I'm looking for my next exit to get back to where I needed to go. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this eagle. It was an eagle coming from our left side. He was dropping. He's dropping. I was like, what the fuck? He's going to hit me. I hit the brakes, but it wasn't fast enough. He ended up hitting our windshield, dropped the damn fish he was hauling. I felt so damn bad, but it still cracked our windshield. The shit was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the names of those little strikes? Like a little hawk, they're a strike, I think the name of them are.
Right.
We were down fishing on the ocean, and the road that going out, there's a line of barbed wire fence, and there was these things hanging on the barbed wire fence, and I was like, what is that? It was just, you'd see them, and I don't know, it just looked out of place. So finally we stopped so I could go check it out. And they were mice hides. The shrike would come along and he hangs the mouse on the barbed wire so he doesn't have to hang on to it. And then he uses that, to help hang on to it. And then he eats he wants. And he just left that empty carcass.
Wow.
And that's what was hanging on the barbed wire, was all those mice carcasses.
Chris Penn says, have you ever done a ground cherry run? I've been thinking of it. No, I have not done a ground cherry run. I have not. Shadow says, I have run cherry and thumper, or have run cherry and thumper. I have not.
I was thinking about those autumn olives she was talking about. She says they're delicious.
I've never had one. I'd like to try one, just see what it's all about.
Yeah. I wonder about making a run of them.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, autumn olive.
Huh. I'd like to try one. Hey, I'll have to do an exchange with her. Send me some autumn olive. I'll send you some moonshine.
Yeah.
You can do your tinctures with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
John says, if you look at a map of the U.S., look at the East Coast about halfway, and you'll find the Delmarva Peninsula. Okay? Text that to me, buddy, because I'm not going to remember that during this. Roy says that happened to us when the kids were young. Shattered glass all over us when Chase was a baby. Blood everywhere. Oh, my God. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Roy, that sucks. Bill says smoke break and a shot. Smoke break and a shot. All right. This will be my last shot, you guys. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why they called me today saying, hey, you know you got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Well, okay, I'll be there. Ground cherry is different than a cherry. Ground cherry is different than a cherry. LOL. Does that mean cherries that fallen from the tree? I don't understand.
I'm sure about a ground cherry.
I'm out, damn it. LOL. I am too, Shadow, but I do have a couple of shots of this age, 10-month age. It's getting low. I'm going to run out soon. It tastes good. It tastes real good at age at 10 months. I can't wait to see what it tastes like at 12. Shine on, everybody.
Ding, ding. I'm busy taking my smoke break.
I do have a ding ding on here. Where is it? I got drum roll. I got a gong.
Ooh, that one had a bite to it.
That's what you said last time.
Whew.
Hey, we never did play Ditch Witch's song, did we?
In the shadows of the night, where the wild winds blow, a ditch witch rides on with secrets to sow. Whispers of the past, an electric thrill. Underneath the moonshine, she's bending the will. Herbs in her bag, nature's own art, a concoction for the restless, a potion for the heart. From the roots of the earth to the stars up high, when the witching hour strikes, it's time to fly. Oh, ditch witch, show me the light, with Uncle Moonshine guiding our flight. Electric in the dark, where the shadows dance, healing with the herbs, giving life a chance. Of lesbian spirits in a chaotic world, with every remedy, see the magic unfurl. Grit and fire, she conjures the night, her bombs and brews in the soft silver light. Sage for protection, lavender for dreams. In the garden of whispers, nothing's as it seems. Underneath the stars, she brews her desires. With every blend she makes, as the night softly calls. With the sky painted black and the stars coming alive, we'll gather our courage, we'll learn how to thrive. Ditch witch and moonshine, crafting a way to find our freedom in the night's display. Electric heartbeats in the twilight's embrace. Through the darkest of hours, we'll find our grace. So hold on tight, let the magic ignite. With every brew she makes, we'll dance through the night. Oh, ditch witch, show me the light. With Uncle Moonshine guiding our flight. Electric in the dark, where the shadows dance. Healing with the herbs, giving life a chance. Old moon spinning spirits in a chaotic world. With every remedy, see the magic unfurl. So here in the darkness, let our spirits soar. With ditch witch leading, we'll always want more. Embracing the shadows, our power will grow. In the witching hour glow, let the magic flow.
Hey, had to play it. That was awesome. I love it.
Like that. I like yours too. Yours has that little reggae-ish.
Reggae, yeah, the Hulk in the kitchen with Hulk, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking when you were playing the song about the starfish, I was like, as far as people have come now with the AI and putting stuff
Man.
in the comments, imagine what it would come out with now with everybody, getting better at it.
Trying to catch up with the comments as you say that. John Johnson says, man, I got me a hankering for some good scrapple. Okay. Shadow says, I got doctor appointment 9 a.m. also. Okay, cool, buddy. Frank Thompson, hey, Lisa. Frank Thompson in the house. Oh, yeah.
Where's Frank?
Don't say hey to me, Frank. That's all right. That's okay. Chris Baylor, oh, no, you're going to get booted. No, I'm not going to get booted. Frank just dropped in for a few. Hey, Frank, I'm glad you did, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you, buddy. Always. Shadow says, I've been here 3 times in 12 days. Oh, my God. Shadow, what the hell are you doing, man? Baylor says he loves it. Shadow says, or should Chris says, and we fight on. Hell yeah, we fight on.
Yeah.
Phil says, I love this song. I do too, Phil. That's awesome, man. I like the fact you like it. It's a cool song. It's all AI. AI, yep, absolutely. Send me that and I'll send it on and on. Mark. Okay, Chris, I'll send it to you, buddy. Yeah, I got right. God damn it, gotta make a note.
I gotta write notes. Maybe just quit going back and forth. I don't see all the comments. I'll go to your replies, and then I'll come back to live chat, and there'll be comments on there that I didn't see.
Yeah. Tried AI song, said I didn't exist per McMillan. Damn it, Shadow, I hate that for you, brother. Yellow. Frank Thomas, you're gonna be in Maggie Valley in July, Mark? I don't know, buddy. There's so many things going on in my life right now. I hope to. I have plans to. I haven't booked any rooms or reservations as of yet. I know I need to just because, and I can always cancel it. I probably should do that tomorrow. I have every intention to be at Maggie Valley. I really do because it falls on my birthday. I love being there on my birthday. So, the pre-party is on my birthday. So, hey, I hope to be there. I really do. I said earlier of the year or last year, I should say, that I wasn't going to go. I wasn't going to attend Maggie Valley anymore because it becomes the same mundane. It's the same old, same old. After being there the last 5 years, it's the same old, same old, same old. But it's not in particular ways because I always meet new people. And I love that aspect of the fact that I'm meeting all you guys and people on here that I haven't met before. So I don't know. It's still up in the air for me. I'll go ahead and book a room, probably a B&B tomorrow, just to book it, just to make sure I have it before they get all filled up. I would like to stay at the Comfort Inn. I don't know if they're all filled up or not, but mainly the reason I like to stay at the Comfort Inn is because of the fact of the after party. Everybody meets there, and we all hang out. We all exchange jars, and Sean does really good with her husband, and they do a cookout. It's awesome. There's plenty of food. We don't have to go anywhere to get anything to eat. We all drink. We all get hungry. There's plenty of food there. It's always been awesome. This last year was perfect. It ended up perfect, but hopefully I'll do it. Hopefully.
I saw a post here a little while ago that a lot of rooms were canceled. Somebody had canceled a few rooms.
Good. That's good to know. I'll have to check it out first thing in the morning. It's right after. We'll run into it another if you make it. Yeah, absolutely, Frank. Dude, I know a couple years ago you went over and hang out with Uncle Drunkle and those guys. I had a previous engagement with Alfredo, so I wasn't able to make that. But hopefully we can do that, buddy. That'd be awesome. Oh, it's always fun. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not saying it's not fun. It's just things become mundane. You know what I'm saying? It becomes the same old, same old. I want something different. I'm striving for something different. And that's why I went to Ozark and did the Shine On Festival there in Fort Smith. It's because I wanted something new, something different. It was awesome. It was good. And I hope to return this year to that. They're going to do a second year about it. I want to talk to Cyrus Mason about it. He's got a lot of good things going on right now. I got to reach out to him in the morning about something else that he's got going on. So I hope to be a big part of that. So and I have to limit these because I honestly, I'd love to go to all of them. I would. If I could, I would. It's just to give you guys an idea, it costs about $2,000 each event I go to. And my funds aren't like that. I wish they were. I wish I could go to every event with no questions, but I can't. So, Taylor says, I can't make Maggie Valley this year. My wife Polk's anniversary, and the old man may not make it. Lord only knows. Chris, I get it, buddy. No, that's part of it. It really is. You got life events going on. Myself, I have personal events going on, and I don't know if I'll be able to make any of these events. So I need to check into a couple of things. The biggest thing is I need to get my teeth fixed first. And once I get that done, I'll look into another surgery I got to have done on my neck. And we'll see where it goes from there. I just don't know. Yeah, Frank, we did. We had a blast. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to hang out with you guys and Roger. I'm sure you guys had a good time. It's all fun. Well, something different. There's always the Rainbow Festival in Virginia Beach. Okay, Shadow. Okay. Yeah, we'll do something different. Frank says I have Y'all in my prayers, brother. Frank, you as well, buddy. I know you're going through some stuff right now, personal stuff right now, Frank, for yourself. Hey, buddy, prayers to you, man. I hope you get through it. Let us keep us informed how it's going, and I'm
Yes.
excited to see you on tonight. So, hell yeah. Roy says, love going to festivals. Can't wait to go to Louisiana. Dude, I wish I could make that, Roy. I wanted to. It's their second year. It's the second annual event. And each year, I'm sure it's going to get bigger and bigger there in Louisiana. I wanted to make that one, and I wanted to hook up with Roy and partner up with him, but it's just not going to happen. It's just not. Chris says, hey, y'all. Hi, y'all.
Right, Chris.
Frank Thomas, I got a little
Good.
drunk. Yeah, I think we all got a little drunk, Frank.
The one I
good.
did go by a little while ago is kind of like a Bigfoot bash that they were all talking about going to.
That one, yeah, I was invited to that one. I've been invited to that, and I promised I would go last year, but I couldn't because of my vacation time, yada yada. And yeah, it kind of pissing people off. You can only do what you can do. OBX, that's right, Shadow. OBX. I was supposed to go to that last year. I asked her to postpone it or actually change the date because of the Ozark Festival. And she did. She changed her date, and I ended up going to Ozark, but I didn't go to OBX. I felt terribly bad about that. I couldn't go because I couldn't get a guy to change his vacation time. Of course, he's got his plans, yada, yada, and he put his time in before I did, so it is what it is. I was told about the date this year. I want to commit, but again, I have personal issues going on. I don't know if I commit to any of them. Honestly, at this point, until I figure out what's going on with me, my teeth, my neck, I got to get my neck straightened out. But before they do my neck, I have to have my dental shit squared away first. So, Chris Hayes, the shadow should fill in for you on one. Yeah, there you go. I like that, Chris. Shadow. Yeah, man. I'll send you my hat, Shadow.
Standing.
You can fill in for me, buddy.
Yeah, standing.
Gotta run, y'all. Much love from South Carolina tonight. Frank, love you, buddy. Shadow, brother. Love you, man. Yeah. I wanted to spend more time with Frank the last time we were in Maggie Valley. I just couldn't. I had other commitments. Roger kept changing up some things that we committed to already, and I hate changing things, but because I've already made other commitments. Oh, Frank's coming over. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna barbecue. Blah blah. Dude, I'm already committed. Alfredo and I made plans. I'm gonna hang out with Alfredo. We're gonna do these things. I just hate changing up. Shadow, you're right. OBX is close to you. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Each year, like I said, last year was the second year for OBX. I'm sure the third year that's coming up is going to be even better. They've changed some things up, changed up the venue of where it's at and who's going to be there and whatnot. Amanda Bryant's always there. She's committed to going to OBX. There's a lot of other moonshiners that are commit to be there, so I'm sure it's going to be a great time. I just wish I could commit, but I can't. I just can't. I just got too many things going on. And once I get them sorted out, then I can start committing. Yeah, like Shadow said, that support Wounded Warriors, which I highly support. Absolutely, Shadow. Absolutely, highly support any of these things.
Yep.
Chris Palin says it was a lot of fun last year. It was awesome meeting you and all the other fellow Shiners. Took Santa out for lunch. Got to hang out with you and Mama B, Big Easy, Wesley, and so many more. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. That's what the part I love about it. You know, even though the festival itself is mundane and it's the same old, the fact that new people, we get to meet new people and finally get to meet face to face, that means a lot to me. And you're right, Chris. That's the whole reason why I reconsidered about, okay, I'll go. Is that very reason.
Yep.
Roy says Mark is truly committed. I don't know about that, buddy. I wish I could say that, Roy. I can't. I got some health issues going on. You guys have talked about it before. Once I get these health issues straightened out, yeah, I'd like to commit to more. Yeah, I just can't commit to any of them. To be honest with you, I really can't. I got a neck issue going on. It's going to take a surgery. It's going to put me out for like 6 months. So, yeah, unless Cassie drives me there, I'm wearing a neck brace like I did last time I had neck surgery. It might happen, but who's to say?
Right.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, well, until you feel my pain,
Yeah.
until you walk on my shoes, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's a good adage. Old saying is, "Till you walk on another man's shoes."
Yeah.
Every day I deal with this, and it gets worse and worse every day. And I deal with it. I just deal with it best I can, and I need to get the surgeries done. That's all there is to it. It's hard for me to drive. I can't look all the way right. That's about as far as right I can look. So when I'm driving, kind of get an idea. It's fucked up. Appreciate you, Roy. And yeah, you do. You have to look out. My mom taught me that years ago. If you don't look out for number one, how can you look out for others? You can't. It's that simple. It really is. If you're not taking care of yourself first and putting yourself first before everybody else, then you can't look out and help other people. And I like helping other people. I really do. I like being a part of it. I like being helping and sharing. But I can't do that if I don't take care of myself first. So I have to realize that, and I know you are, Chris. I know you're giving me shit. I do. I know that, buddy. I just put it out there, and let you guys know where I'm at in my circumstances and situation. That's why I love being at all these events. I really do. I missed the fact that I can't make Winter Jam. I love Winter Jam. Winter Jam is probably one of my favorites just because it's a meet and greet. It's not a festival, it's a meet and greet. You get to meet all these moonshiners and you all come together. You're all in the same place at the same time. Winter Jam is the shit. It really is. And you're sharing each other's jars, and yeah, it's crazy. First time I met JB Raider, he and I hit it off big time. JB Raider is one of the most awesome people you ever meet in your life. Mark Ramsey is another one. Oh my God. Yeah, we all hit it off great. Mark Ramsey knows me very well. The only time I ever got to meet him, because he's such a popular person, the only time I get to meet him or talk to him is at these events. But hey, Shine On Controllers. Jason, how you doing, buddy?
Jason?
Hey, that's another shout out right there. Shine On Controllers. This guy puts out some good controllers. I've used them myself. They work great. And as time goes on, these controllers get better and better. So reach out to Shine On Controllers. Check them out. In fact, I think I have a video about it. Let me check it out here.
Yeah, Chris, I see you getting water today. I see your post about water.
I don't have it on here. I don't. Nope. Sorry, Jason. Don't have your video on here. Well, this particular one. I apologize. But it's a good shout out. Hell, what? It got 200 gallons of water to mash in today. Hell yeah, buddy. I drove to Minnesota to Maggie Valley pulling 20-foot trailer. Hell yeah. So tomorrow I'm looking to mash in. I plan on mashing in again tomorrow. I've got a 20-gallon mash going on right now behind me. The weather dropped down here, so to alleviate the drop in temperature, I put my fish aquarium heater inside a gallon jug filled with water, and the heater fit on the top just perfect to where it sealed it off. And I dropped it down in my mash. It's keeping it warm right now. It's keeping it 80 degrees. It's running perfect. I love it. Worked out great. Yeah, Jason, I wish I could promote you better on the video right now, but I don't have it on this right now. So, hey, sorry, buddy. Damn long haul.
Yeah.
Chris Hayes, yeah, I found artesian well. Cool. Hell yeah, Chris.
Thanks.
Roy Jason is an awesome guy, and I will be getting a full setup from him in Louisiana. Hell yeah, Roy. Dude, I highly recommend it. Works great, especially now. And we all know, things get better with time and with experience. Jason Acosta's perfected his product with the controllers. Awesome controllers. They work great. I used it on my last run. Worked great. No issues. Perfect. I can't wait to do this next run. He's supposed to be selling me some elements to help me with the better. Chris Payne, I talked to JB for like an hour. Lots of knowledge. No, dude, JB is one of the coolest guys. Let me go back to this comment. Yeah, JB is one of those guys that you cannot get enough knowledge from. And not only as far as moonshine goes, but just on a personal life basis, JB is the shit. I love JB. He's awesome. I just to give you an insight, the last time I went to Winter Jam, it's the first time I met JB Rayner. Actually, it wasn't it was the first time I went to Winter Jam. I was sitting there at the bar with Nick Kalo. And we're sitting there, we're having a meal, and we're having a couple of drinks together. And I look over, I see JB sitting over there. And I went over and introduced myself to JB, and we got to talking, man. We talked for like an hour. And we were spot on with each other on politics and everything. And there's a lot of people in line waiting to meet JB, so I backed out. I got away from JB, and I went on to have a couple more drinks and socialize with other people and whatnot. And later on, I saw JB sitting at a table by himself, just sitting there. I'm going to join JB, have a couple drinks with him. And we sat down, we had a couple beers and did a couple shots together. And I was like, JB, I'm sorry, but I need to excuse myself and go out and have a cigarette. He said, yeah, no problem, Mark. So I went outside and had a cigarette. I'm sitting there talking to a couple of guys outside in the parking lot, having a cigarette. Next second, I see JB like this. He's being carried out by two guys. Take him to the car to take him home. I was like, God damn it, I done got JB fucked up. I felt bad. Jason, I was in Humana, Louisiana this past Monday. Cool. All good, brother. Your upgrades are going out tomorrow. Cool, buddy. I appreciate that because I'll be ready to run in 2 weeks. So I hope to have those upgrades. Shadow says, Lisa, no shots?
Yeah.
Lisa's been doing shots. Shadow, where you been?
I've been keeping up.
She's stripping. She's stripping?
I took my sweatshirt back off.
Well, damn, I missed that. Shadow says, up dollars count now. Yeah, they do. Right about that, Shadow. You're right. Hey, cash at me anytime. Well, yeah.
Put my PayPal right up there.
I got a cash. Yeah, PayPal too. All right, I am definitely going to make this my last shot because I do have a doctor's appointment in the morning. I don't even know what this doctor's appointment is about. They just called me. They said, you realize you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. I was like, oh, okay, I'll be there. Hey, I might be hungover, but
one of the militia podcasts, I had stepped on a splinter and got a splinter in my foot.
oh shit.
And everybody's talking and doing their thing, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the bottom of my foot trying to squeeze the thing and get my splinter out. Well, I didn't think about it, you know, and I'm just sitting there and I've got my foot right here looking at the bottom of my foot, and everybody's like, holy shit, you're gonna have to do an OnlyFans or something, you know. Your messenger's gonna blow up.
That's funny as hell, Lisa. I expect you to say you bent over, you showed your boobs.
No, not recently, anyway.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. Here it is.
Last of it. They're down to the last.
Alcohol abuse. I got a little bit on my chin. Jason says, Lisa, that's a badass crossbow you got.
No, I love it. I can't wait to try it out.
Roy says, cheers. Shadow says, famous last words. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know.
No, this was Toby. Toby, it was his aged wheat.
Damn, I ought to be licking my fingers on that. I got wiping off my chin. I should be licking it.
That's what I was drinking tonight. Toby was buying my shots tonight.
Awesome. Chris A says, yeah, I gotta go first thing in the morning to pick mom's cancer meds up in the morning. All right, Chris. Many prayers out to your mom, man, buddy.
Yes.
I hate that. But he's out there, and I'm not going to say they're going to help or they're going to be beneficial to your mom, but it's not going to hurt to try. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's herbal that helps with cancers. I don't know what kind of cancer your mom has, but reach out to me or Lisa, and we'll give you a plug in on which ones help with that particular cancer, if it applies.
Yep. Yep.
Chris Payne says, you drinking that Mexican moonshine at least today?
No, that was Toby's whiskey.
All right. Hey guys, I really appreciate you. Tonight was a great podcast. It really was. I was really happy to have Amelia on here. I'm going to call it a night and sign off here. I hate to. I'm having a good time. It's been a great time. It really has. Right. You do what you got to do, right?
Yes.
And looking forward to next week. Hey, that being said, next week, next Monday, we're going to do a trivia. And the winner of it's going to win that apothecary kit that I highly recommend. I use it every day, or I shouldn't say every day, but I use it a lot. And it's got 60 different remedies in it. It's got all the tools, all the herbs you could possibly think of or that you need for these 60 remedies. And it does call for a few things, like I mentioned earlier, that comes across that you might use some chives or some cinnamon, that, but you're going to have in your kitchen anyway. So,
easier to find if you don't.
Yeah, they don't necessarily come with it, but what it does come with is the herbs and stuff that you don't normally, that's not everyday stuff, but it comes with eyedroppers, the whole 9 yards, guys. I'm telling you, this kit, I love this kit. I swear by it. I wish I was selling on TikTok. I really do. I see people selling on TikTok. I get so many hits on TikTok about the sale on this thing. But it was, I think when I bought it, it was $119. That was a while back. And now, then it went up to $138. Now it's down to $129. But the winner will get it. pay attention to these podcasts and the questions and stuff that's going on, because Lisa and I are going to focus our questions on these podcasts and different things as well. So just pay close attention to what was going on, what was said, yada yada. And like I said, the one with the most answers to the trivia is going to win this. And what I'll do is when I buy it, when I'll purchase it, I'll just have it shipped directly to your house instead of having it shipped to me and then me ship it to you. So it'll save a lot on shipping. So it's a great kit. I hope whoever gets it gets great use out of it, like I'm getting out of it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it to everybody. If you don't win, highly recommend you check it out. It's Apothecary Kit. Check it out. You'll see it. I'll be posting it, showing videos of it, pictures of it, where you can get it. Again, I highly recommend it.
Make me jealous.
I need to send one to you, Lisa, is what I need to do. Just so you have it, so you can see what I'm talking about. Roy says, John Boy is having a new batch of shirts and flags made. Check them out. Us. Okay, cool.
We got some new magnets today.
Shout out controls. Good night, y'all. Roy says, great show tonight. Chris Palin, thanks for the show. We love you. Shadow says, most answers I hot. Right answers maybe. I hear you, Shadow. That's funny. That's cool, buddy. Shadow, I hope you win. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm not playing favorites or anything, but Shadow, you're probably on here more than anybody, so I do. I hope you win, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Roy Ward says, good night, everyone. Hey, it's been great.
Right.
Looking forward to see you next Monday. Trivia. Be there.
Yeah.
Check it out. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. We love you.